Jesse.
Thanks, Shannon. Some things are easier to sniff out than bad cologne.
It's called Sex Panther by Odeon. It's illegal in 9 countries. Yep, it's made with bits of real panther, so you know it's good.
It's quite pungent.
Oh, yeah.
It's a formidable scent. It stings the nostrils.
Anybody can sniff out what's going on in the White House. A bag of coke winds up in the West Wing. We get no suspects, no timeline, no video. When did the coke show up? Could have been years ago. What about the cameras? Blind spot. DNA? Not a trace. Even Democrats don't buy it.
You mean to tell me that there's a room in the White House with no video cameras? Ain't no damn way.
BS.
Knock it off.
Man, first of all, I'm born and raised in Washington, D.C. If they letting people get away with cocaine, let my people out of jail. What is up with that? That's crazy.
Right.
You know how many people have been arrested in the District of
Amen.
Columbia for cocaine in the White House and they can't figure out who it is it belonged to? That's crazy, man.
If the bag of coke was found anywhere else besides Biden's White
Miss
House,
Brandy,
somebody's getting
blue
charged.
chicken.
Is Joe Biden even going to address it? That's right. Biden's going back on vacation. Hopefully not to the beach. This is the 3rd time they've found drugs in the Biden White House. The 3rd time.
Not to the beach.
Did you know they found cannabis twice just last year? And think about it. If this had been a crack rock in the cubby, we'd never know. The only reason we know is
Oh my
because it was
gosh,
a white
they
powder.
found a
So
flower.
the hazmat team had to clear everybody out.
Yeah.
But since it was coke, we found out, and that's how we know about the cannabis. So Primetime's demanding more details. It's why we've hit the Secret
They
Service
found a
with the
leaf
Freedom of
and they
Information
found
request,
a bud. Okay.
asking for any reports or documents in the last couple years of drug discoveries. We want to know where they found it and who they found it on. If this is the
cares? I
3rd
don't
drug case
care.
at the Biden White House in less than a year, don't you think the Secret Service would try to start narrowing down these suspects? Biden doesn't
They
want
already
anyone
said they have
tested
nothing.
because he doesn't want to be tested.
Come on, man. That's like saying you, before you got in this program, you take a test where you're taking cocaine or not. What do you think, huh?
Wait, I got
Are
to
you
take
a
a drug
junkie?
test to get a
Biden
job.
used to
You
take
take a
drugs in
drug
the
test to
workplace
get your
seriously.
job.
In his first year in office, Biden fired 5 of his staffers who tested positive for cannabis. Now that there's coke in the White House and he doesn't care,
I believe Biden's a
something
reptilian.
doesn't add up here. If you're the chief of staff,
Yeah.
wouldn't you want to know if your staff is dealing or using narcotics at work? Instead, the White House blamed tourists, and the media is covering for it.
So that's the thing. It's like cocaine gate. We don't know who did this. I'm thinking maybe it's a tourist, a stupid tourist, a guest, somebody like that.
How
You
do they
gotta
know
put your
there is
phone
no
there, you
cameras
gotta put
in
your
there?
bags there.
That's the thing.
You
It's
gotta
inside.
put stuff there, and so somebody just, you know,
Who
they left
brings their
stuff
cocaine to the
Because
White
somebody
House?
knows where the cameras are at.
They left their stash.
Exactly.
What kind of tourist would
They
bring
had to
cocaine
work
into
on
the
the
White House
inside.
and then have the wherewithal to
Cocaine
unlock a
gate.
cubby reserved for
There we go.
staff, stash it, and then steal the key? Does that sound like something a tourist would do? Doesn't make any sense. Number one, tourists have to empty out their pockets and go through screenings with cameras and dogs. Second, This cubby is only for White House staff and White House friends and family members. Here's Donald
So
Trump.
I come in from the
I don't think
garage.
it's possible for bags of cocaine to be left in a certain area by the Situation Room. I'm not talking about,
Oh, they
5
break
blocks
it
away.
down here.
The
They break it
Situation Room,
down.
where you decide
Awesome.
on war, where you decide on nuclear, where you.
So
And they
are
have bags
tourists allowed in that area where the cocaine was
I
found?
don't think so. I don't think so. I think only people that have strong passes or family members are able to go through those doors.
I'll narrow it down for the Secret Service. The bag of coke relates to someone working at the White House or someone living at the White House. But the Secret Service didn't even take basic investigative steps. Listen to
So it was
Andrew
one of them.
Weissman,
Yep.
the radical Democrat
Yep.
on Robert
This-
Mueller's team.
he just said
He
it.
says it's a cover-up.
Oh yeah.
They didn't
Oh,
make
yeah,
it a
you
big
know
deal.
that.
So it was one of the special
everybody.
force
Cow in a
people.
closet. I mean, this is really just not a sufficient
Yeah, it was not.
investigation. You interview people, but you
They
know
get
what you
fired
don't do
for it.
before you interview people?
Somebody
Publicly
living in a-
say that there's no DNA evidence and no fingerprints. Like, why would you let the
I told Tim we're going to be on at 6. I forgot to let him, but he'll be back on soon.
whole world know
It's cool.
that if you're then going to interview people, better for people to think that you might have that.
Yeah, it'll probably run out
and
somewhere
then
around
interview
the
people
3.5
so that
4
the
hour
person
mark,
who
and then we'll
actually
end it.
left it there or planted it there, whatever the reason is, thinks there may be more evidence out there.
If anybody knows how to rig an investigation and entrap a witness, it's that guy. He ran the Trump witch hunt. And he makes a perfect point. You have a suspect list. The suspects don't know you have any video or DNA. Sit them down, ask them questions, make them think you do.
Right?
Make them feel like if you lie, you'll charge them with perjury. And by the
Why
way,
do you
does
think it's
anybody
called the
really
White
think there was no
House?
DNA on the bag? They just caught the
Cocaine
Long
house.
Island serial killer with a
Yeah.
DNA swab off of a 3-year-old pizza crust.
It's
You're
for
saying they didn't-
being the lizard. It makes sense. It's
Not a
probably
little
vitamins for
molecule
them.
of perspiration on the bag, not a trace. The Secret Service blew it.
It can be if it's maybe.
Certainly is not a good look, and no one feels good about that.
I was just going to say, I'm guessing the White House doesn't like that there's no answer there.
Oh, it's
Not knowing.
unsatisfying for
Because it
everyone.
only feeds the beast, the conspiratorial beast.
Yes.
Yeah, the press doesn't like the look of this because Republicans are pouncing. And how dumb is Chuck Todd? The White House doesn't like that there's no answer. The White House is breathing a sigh of relief there's no answer. Is Chuck Todd new around here?
Who
What
cares?
if this was ricin
It's
or
just-
anthrax? You'd think they just closed the book this
come
quick?
on.
They don't want to know whose Coke it was, but we do. And we'll get to the truth. That I promise.
Rat.
Let's bring in Stephen Miller. He's the founder
They're
of
running
America
the
First Legal
country.
and
They're
former
doing
senior
some type of
advisor to
drug.
President Trump. Stephen, you've known the cubbyhole situation. Tell me
I think they are.
Yes,
Sorry.
I am very familiar with the cubbyhole situation, and your analysis of this is really spot on. A tourist who has been escorted by a senior West Wing aide, who has been through security, who has no knowledge or awareness of camera locations, screening locations, Secret Service positions, who has somehow managed to smuggle contraband that far, is not going to then say, you know what else I'm going to do while I'm here? I'm also going to take it out of my pocket in plain view, steal a cubby, put it in the cubby, and then just leave it there. No way is a tourist going to do that. This cocaine either belongs to a senior White House staffer or to a family member or to a member of the administration who was there in the White House on senior business and had permission and the ability to enter through those doors. And remember, that's not the general doors for tours. Those are the doors that are used by senior staff, such as myself, back when I was working at the White House, and it is a very highly restricted entrance.
Why would White House staff leave a bag of Coke in a cubby?
Well, what it
Yeah,
says
yeah.
to me, Jesse, is that drug use is common and accepted
point.
and widespread inside the White House. In other words, when you're just leaving bags of drug in the White House, and people in the White House don't even know whose drugs they are, allegedly, then that suggests that drug culture is so common in the White House that people are just leaving drugs all over the place. Just, oh, another day at the White House, oh, I got my cocaine in my coat pocket. Better put it in the special cubby where the White House senior aides' phones go. I mean, it says that this is a place where there are a lot of cokeheads, a lot of druggies, a lot of junkies inside the White House. Notice there weren't any leaks saying, oh, senior White House staff. drugs in the White House?
This
Because
this
they're
whole
all
country
probably
is on
familiar with
drugs,
people
man.
in the upper
It's
echelons of
either
the White
the
House
white
who are
demon
drug
or the white
users.
devil, which
That's the
is the
culture of the
pharma.
left in America.
Or
And
it's
so
something
let's be very
growing.
clear.
Who cares, man?
The senior White House officials
Move on.
made it clear to the Secret Service that they were not to pursue any
It's
true
entertainment,
investigatory
though.
steps. Right? Don't
They're
blame the
doing
Secret
this
Service.
to distract
Blame the
something.
people that
I
are telling
feel
the
that.
Secret Service what to do.
Can
the
that
Secret Service,
happen?
I guarantee, was not given permission to do interviews, to do drug tests, to do any real investigation whatsoever.
You're saying the White House told the Secret Service this investigation ends now.
There's no way that the Secret Service felt or believed that they had permission to put people in a true investigation setting where a statement to law enforcement that is untrue is a crime, where any attempt to evade the truth is obstruction of justice, where any false statement can be prosecuted. There's no way they were given clearance to do drug tests. And by the way, these individuals have security
Mr.
clearances. You know what that
Clean
means,
Jr.
Jesse? You can polygraph them. If you have a security clearance, you can be polygraphed. They do it in the FBI. They do it in the CIA.
Oh my
So
gosh,
these
okay.
individuals that have access to our nation's highest secrets, and I'm
Yelling
told that the
back
people at
and
MSNBC really care a lot about security clearances.
right.
You could polygraph them if you wanted to, but they didn't want to. They want this to be like the Bermuda Triangle, just an unknowable mystery of the universe. We'll never understand it. How did drugs get here? We'll never know. Maybe when we find out who built the pyramids in Egypt.
So if this wasn't just a White House staffer that happened to leave it there,
This guy's
what if it
butthurt.
was a drop?
He's
What if
really
Hunter's
butthurt.
living there or Ashley and they can't go out and get it from their dealer bicycles? They have to have it brought in. Is that a conceivable theory?
Eminently. In fact, I think you should be in charge of the investigation. Your perception of this is so accurate. Yes, if you were trying to smuggle drugs into the White House and you were sufficiently senior that you had unfettered access to this area with minimal scrutiny, then that would indeed be a perfect drop location. And so if you had a regular drop where you put the drugs in that cubby and everyone, and the number changes. So this week it's 67 and the previous week it's 43 and another week it's 11 and you go to get it. But this time it got foiled because there was a random search before anybody could go in and see it, or because somebody else opened the wrong cubby, whatever happened. I think that's an excellent theory. And I think that's exactly the kind of thing that could explain this.
Yeah. I think they were moving the cubby around week by week, and someone's holding that cubby key, and that could tell us a lot about the drop. Stephen Miller, thank you so much. Have a great weekend.
Thank you.
This guy's a
Well, one
dealer.
nervous phone call, secret text bouncing all over D.C. Democrats are coming up with a plan B.
Some of these Democrats have a view that it's possible that an alternate candidate will emerge. And are there serious Democrats with serious influence who believe that should happen?
Well, there are certainly influential veteran Democrats who have gone to some of their alternative possibilities, I report in the piece, and said, listen, get ready. He's not going to run. I can tell his heart's not in it.
So top Democrats are telling everybody Joe's not running. And big donors don't want to donate. Biden's second quarter cash haul is much less than Obama's and Trump's. Primetime has a bigger staff than the Biden campaign, much bigger. He has no campaign headquarters. He has no campaign finance chairman, and he's only done one campaign event. Biden called a lid before the big NATO dinner, and now he's taking another 3-day weekend after spending last weekend getting fried at the beach. Does this look like a guy that's running for re-election? Not to me. And the New York Times just gave the Biden campaign the kiss of death. They're giving Democrats permission to go all in on Joe. They said, don't be afraid to go after Hunter or Joe's health. This is only happening for one reason, and it's the only reason that Joe's even in the White House. There must be evidence that Joe Biden cannot beat Donald Trump. Joe isn't healthy, he can't raise money, and he lacks the discipline needed to run a re-election campaign. Here's the president nibbling at a terrified baby in Finland. It's not presidential. It's weird. The only time men do that is with their own children at home, maybe. Not with strange babies in the middle of Europe with cameras rolling. He's nuzzling and sniffing random kids.
He was smelling the
Joe
blood
showed
type.
more affection
That's
for
what he
his
was
young
doing.
teenage girl than with his own granddaughter.
Smelling
in
the blood
Arkansas.
type.
Why is there Tommy Lahren, the host of Fearless. On
Why is the
Outkick.
president
Before we get to
sniffing
the
someone's
Biden
baby?
politics,
Isn't that freaking
what
gross?
the
Did you
guy
see that
green
shit?
earth is he
He's
doing
straight
with
up
his
sniffing
baby?
someone's baby.
That was his
Ugh.
granddaughter.
I think he mistook the baby for an
I'm
ice cream
sorry.
cone, or maybe all this time he's been mistaking ice cream cones for baby. I'm not sure
I thought it
which
was a
one
random
came
kid. I'm
first,
like,
but
he's
it's quite
eating her.
obvious
That?
this man is not running
That's
for
what it looks
re-election.
like.
Jesse, I said it
Hey,
back
Jimmy.
in January of
Lizard
2023
baby.
at the dawn of
Hey,
the new
what's
year.
up?
I said that
What's
Joe
up,
is not
baby?
going to be the Democratic
He got
nominee
a
for
look, he says,
2024.
oh.
And now the writing is
Why
on the
are you-
wall. They are gearing up that bus to
Gobble,
throw
gobble,
him under
gobble.
and
Never
run him
done
over
that.
several
He's going to
times.
eat it right
Mark
up.
my words, it's going to be a
Eating. That's what I'm
Democrat,
saying.
and
One
it's
time
not
I
going to
do
be
that when I'm eating
RFK. I
something.
believe it's going to be Gavin Newsom. It's as clear as
Look
day,
at
in
this,
my
John.
opinion.
Everything's
Gavin
going.
Newsom is going to be the Democrat nominee in
Oh,
2024.
sorry. What's up, bro?
There is no
That was
other
funny.
reason that
Hear
Gavin
me?
Newsom is traversing the
Yeah.
country like a Chinese spy
Can you hear
balloon,
me?
electioneering in
Hello,
red
you're
states.
low.
And there's no reason why he is going on Fox News with
You're like
Sean Hannity
probably
doing an
50.
interview. It's quite obvious to me
How's
that he's
that?
going to be the hand-selected one. The DNC will
Better, yeah.
install him in the place of Biden. And I don't think
Look
that this
good.
was something that came about in the last several months. I think this was all part of the plan. I think they used Joe like a Trojan horse, a useful idiot, for as long as they could. And now it's become apparent they can't hide the skeletons in his closet anymore.
Damn,
And now you're
though.
going to watch the slow trickle and
Thumbs
downfall
on a baby's
of Joe
normal.
Biden.
Oh yeah.
Gavin Newsom
I
will
just
be more
never
excited.
like.
Will the American
Yeah.
voters
I'd blow their.
vote
I do
for someone
raspberries.
as liberal and as
Looks like he was licking the
Californian
baby.
as Gavin Newsom?
Go,
Well,
goes.
unfortunately, Gavin Newsom is very charismatic, and he is, objectively
raspberries.
speaking, more handsome and obviously much younger than Joe Biden. So I wouldn't underestimate Gavin Newsom. I lived in the hellhole that is California for several years. And as much as California is a disaster, Gavin Newsom does a really good job of putting lipstick on that pig. So I say, don't underestimate the man. And I would say by the time the kids are going back to school, you're
My
going to see
kids
it
are
clear as
afraid to
day.
take a
Gavin
shower.
Newsom
They all smell
will
like
be their
walking
new front
turds all the
runner.
time.
And Joe, I'm not sure what he'll do. Go kiss baby somewhere, but I don't think it's
smell
going to
no
be Joe.
human.
Well, one of the reasons we're even talking about Gavin Newsom and not Kamala Harris is because Kamala Harris says things like
Cats need more
this.
attention.
Listen,
When we invest in clean energy and electric
I'm
vehicles and
just
reduce
messing with you,
population,
Brandy. I love
more of our children can breathe clean air.
Listen to this
and drink
crazy bitch.
clean water.
Listen.
did Kamala Harris just say we must reduce population?
I watched
So
this
that
clip
was
several
someone.
times
I
because I
think she was
wondered if
talking
it was
about a
doctored, and
state.
no,
She
like
wasn't
everything
talking about
else,
the
she
whole
or Joe,
country.
it is
Yeah.
not doctored. That is what she said. So Kamala is Joe without the excuse of dementia.
Yep.
So the Democrats know that
There
she is
you
not
are.
They
Without,
thought
yeah.
that she might
Without
be,
the
and then they
excuse
watched
of
her do the job for the
dementia.
last
You just
couple of
got
years.
cocaine.
They can't take a risk on Kamala.
That's
I
your
believe they
cocaine
will
right
get
there.
her to step down and get out of the way. It's going to cost them, but I think every Democrat can be bought for a price.
What she just said, you're not supposed to say if you're a liberal. They've been saying this for a long time. They need to reduce population to heal the planet. How does she actually intend to do that, do you think?
I think the Democrats have a lot of ideas. I mean, they want to block out the sun, whatever they want to do to save Mother Earth. But she said the quiet part out loud. What she really did. You know, and again,
Block
Jesse,
out the
this is another one
sun,
of those
yo. They
Republican
go
conspiracy
charge us
theories
with the
that
fucking
are
sun.
wrong. The Democrats
Oh,
wanna-
Where do lizards go? Underground, right? So they
I
want the sun all
say-
the time.
I
Block
say
out the sun, they
Walt.
come up to the surface.
I say Walt goes
There's a
in
clown show
round
over there,
2 of
and
the
I don't think that
staring
they're going to put
contest.
Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg up there either. I think Gavin Newsom is
Yeah.
their only option.
Yeah, and
Thank you,
Gavin doesn't
Ray.
nibble babies in Finland, so he's got that going for him. Tommy, thank you so much. Fox News
Oh, this
alert,
is almost
the
over.
13-year search for a brutal
Fuck,
serial
watching
killer
Fox
who
News?
slayed almost a dozen escorts on Long Island is over.
Yes.
Suspect Rex Heuermann pleaded not guilty to 3 of those killings today. Bill Malugin's here with the latest. Bill.
Pussy.
Jesse, good evening to you. Police say the infamous Gilgo Beach serial killer is actually an architect from Long Island. He was arrested last night in Manhattan, and he is now facing murder charges in the killings of 3 separate women from that high-profile case from over a decade ago. 59-year-old Rex Heuermann pleaded not guilty today to those 3 murder charges, as well as 3 counts of second-degree murder in relation to the high-profile case, again, from over a decade ago. Now, law enforcement descended on his home in Massapequa Park today. That's where they were serving a search warrant after he was arrested on Fifth Ave last night around 8:30 p.m. near his real estate office. Now, police have charged him with the murders of sex workers Melissa Bartholomew, Megan Waterman, and Amber Lynn.
I think we're good on that. That was pretty exciting.
Yeah, it was.
Stop sharing. Yeah, they had a big old like
You're in
17-minute
Texas.
clipper. I said, hell yeah.
What are you doing on so early? I thought you were on like 11:05 or something. Walt.
6 o'clock today because he works tomorrow. Yeah, he works
Actually,
Sundays.
9.
Who's
Or 9.
Yeah.
Did you text me? That was.
Oh, you already
that
did
said
that.
it was
Sorry.
on? I'm looking
No,
at text.
you're here at the right time, 9 o'clock. We run that clip early. We run the clip early. That's all we done.
Okay. Well,
Cocaine in the
the
White House,
earlier,
sir.
the earlier that you're doing it, my kids are away. My kids are all over the place. So
That's
I have
okay.
to finish. Yeah, it is okay because I thought you were on at fucking 11 o'clock today. So that you're not doing that, I'm going to be intermittent. I got to go finish making their pizzas. Okay. So
Okay, go for it.
No, dude. Hey,
Go
we
for it.
have a life. We did
Yeah,
this just
yeah.
for
yeah,
fun.
but I wanted to
Yeah,
bust
man.
some
We have real
balls.
life.
I'm
No, man.
moving
Chill
too
out.
fast.
No bad vibes. You're good, man.
All right, I'll be right
cool.
back. Be right back.
Do you got something up, Jimbo, to start the night off with, or do you want me to grab these clips from last show?
Do you
We
want to
got-
do the last show? Is that okay? Because I
Yeah.
didn't have any uploads or anything. Because I don't have the computer with me. I just use my phone because of he's playing his Five Nights at Freddy's thing. But it's his computer. So.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's see. Hold on. This one here should be one. And then I thought I had the map downloaded for it. What I've done with the map. Let me see.
Esmeralda.
Which computer did I put the map on? I found a map that had Atlantis on it. Maybe I haven't put it in the computer yet. I had to have. Where in the hell's it at? But let's get this clip here. I don't know if it's got sound. Let's see if it's got sound. Okay. I don't know if there's got sound. Let me chop that one. I think that's one. Ha ha! Here's the one I was looking for last week. Ha ha! Yeah. Here we go. I found this clip. It looks old, but still. I guess this is one really we should wait for Tim. But I love this clip here. Okay, we're sharing. Okay, here we go. That little center dot in the center, there's a UFO. Look at that. There's even the shadow. Now it looped. Can you hear me okay, Jimbo? Testing 1, 2, 3. Is my microphone working?
Yeah, my microphone was off. You sound good.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, you sound good. Wow, that the
Yeah, what's
shadow and
up?
everything.
See, it could have been faked right up until it moves off, and then check the chase out. Watch it when it moves. There goes the shadow too. I think that's where people would have trouble faking it. But see, did you see the glitch in the string there? Come on, kitty, now quit.
What is filming this? See that right there? Like even through the valley, like underneath the whatever is underneath it, like the way the ground is, like the shadow moves, like on,
Yeah.
like you know what I mean? Like it's not. You couldn't fake that.
Yeah.
Where was
Close
that?
up
I
of
never saw that
UFO.
before.
Yeah. Close up of UFO in Antarctica recorded by camera.
Oh, one of their
I just
fixed
thought that was
camera.
cool as shit. Yeah. Okay, I can close that tab.
Yeah, that.
Kitty, if you step on my keyboard, I'll break your neck. Meow. Meow, meow, meow. Meow.
Gonna have the other white meat tonight. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Chili. I'm just messing. There are no animals hurt during
by our TDY, our temporary duty guys, and the film was sent here to Norton, where all films usually are sent. And I thought,
I want to go to Norton.
just that, UFOs and all. He said, well, look, if you're interested, check with the Pentagon, but very under projects because it's a red flag to get into the subject of UFOs. What would you think if we told you we had a landing at Holloman Air Force Base of an alien craft, and it was filmed by our TDY, our temporary
I shit my
and the
pants.
film was sent here to Norton, where all films usually are sent. And I thought, this sounds outrageous. That well, look, if you're interested, check with the Pentagon, but bury those under those other projects because it's a red flag to get into the subject of UFOs. What would you think if we told you we had a landing at Holloman Air Force Base of an alien craft, and it was filmed by our TDY?
Space. Who we got here? Is this just you, me, and Wall?
Yeah.
No.
And Jimbo.
Tim will be back soon. And yeah.
Who?
Yeah.
Timbo.
Jimbo
the bimbo. Jimbo the
He-
bimbo.
He ain't coming back. He was supposed to come back last year, remember?
Oh, that's right.
He said somebody was there, so.
Yeah.
He had company. He had to eat.
Yeah, I wonder who that company was. The same company that won't join.
Sarah. Sarah.
No, he didn't say company. He said he
There's-
had a couple of things he had to get done.
No, company to him is virtual. You know what I'm saying? Mostly, unless it's somebody who's going to wipe his.
Holds his promises. Yeah.
I was here.
Yeah.
All right.
We started 30 minutes just playing the news clip. That's what we were doing.
Hey, Esmeralda. Hello, sweethearts. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, kitty.
Same thing with Brandy Phillips. We got Nos. I'm saying greetings, Susan. Nos. We need to talk on Discord again. I love talking to you. But you probably don't want to talk to me. That's okay.
He's getting situated in Texas.
Yeah, you know what? Got me in some situation. Get on out of here. Go on. Yeah, here's hey. Here's what I'm talking to right now. Sam?
Barely dark. You see shadows.
You can't
Is it
see.
a, is it a gremlin? Oh, it's a gremlin.
Okay.
It's a
I see it now.
gremlin. I see him
Well,
now.
hey.
Oh, it's a
What are you
buddy.
doing? How you
What's
doing?
that? Yeah.
You need it?
Good dog. That's a cool dog.
That's my
Is that
buddy.
a
He's a
French
French.
dog? Is French?
French bull guard dog. Go out there and guard the kids. I don't need any help. I don't need no damn help in here. He thinks I got food in here. He thinks I got some rice. But it's jasmine rice. He don't like that shit. What's he gonna do with it? You think he's gonna eat rice?
Yeah, it's Jimbo.
He'll be gravely mistaken. What are you doing in here?
Graven mistaken.
What are you doing in here? You don't need to be in my office. Oh, the face he gave me. I can't help it. Sid Vitch, what's up? At Wally's World. Good evening. All of Wally's World 420 and crew. Here's your thumbs up. Hells yes. Sid Vitch, I missed you on my show yesterday, brother, but that's okay. It was a pop-up show. No, was it?
We got
was
the
it?
clip of the week here. Let's run the clip of the week real quick.
So, what are you going to talk about? Vampires?
A bullshit. A bullshit.
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 Yeah, sexually, I can probably have whatever the fucking guy I want to.
A bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit.
I can show you videos of that girl as a man. Not that it matters. LGBTQ plus Y and Z has nothing to do with you.
Play it again and look right here. Look right here. You see a bump. I mean, I can see an apple or something there. And I know women don't have bumps on their throats. Just saying. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
That is a good indicator it ain't a woman if it has an Adam's apple. But
Let's
then
get
again,
that critique rolling there.
We can't tell. I don't know.
that's
I don't
not
know.
what makes a woman. Sometimes a woman
It's
is
true.
born with that and they feel like a woman inside. I don't know. Come on, man. Come on, man, baby.
We don't know. But the bullshit.
Bullshit.
Yeah, sexually, I can probably have whatever the fucking guy I want to.
Pause it.
No, never mind.
Pause
I think it was a shadow
Pause
of
it
the
on her
microphone.
next time, Walt.
Bullshit.
Walt,
Yeah.
pause it. Right.
It's a shadow.
I love that. I love that little
Pause
dude.
it.
I love that little
Oh,
dude.
go back and pause it on when it's showing her.
Yeah, go back and pause it just to show the girl that says that.
I think it's the shadow
it's
from the
the shadow of herself because she's
Yeah,
a
I
big
think
person.
yeah, from like her structure. It's like a
As she
shadow,
faces the sun, she casts a massive shadow.
Here we go.
Just saying.
Give it a minute to loop up.
All right.
Next minute to cycle up. There it goes.
Okay.
Nah,
Hey,
sexually,
hey,
whatever the
hey,
fucking guy I want to.
Bullshit.
Hold on.
Walt!
It's hard to pause.
Bullshit.
Just let it play through a
Bullshit.
couple times.
You son
Just
of
let
a
it play
bitch.
through.
Yeah, sex.
Now,
Okay.
It's
Look
the
I had to
at-
get
shadow.
to it.
look at all of that face. Look at all of that.
Is that real or is that what
No,
like an
that's-
AI? Look at
No,
that.
no. That's real.
Ah.
She's sitting with two
Yeah.
other girls, and the other girls are even like blown out of their minds. I
Well,
can
that
show
one
you.
over there.
What is it? Yeah,
Cute being honest.
I'll find you the one. I'll find you the one just a second that
Smile.
that,
There's your. Oh, sorry. Sorry.
has that fat girl in it. Hey, fat girl, like a ticklish? Candy and a bunch of candy and licorice. What's that busy in a Burger King bathroom?
Yeah, I can get any guy I want.
Alright.
Bullshit.
Actually, I can probably have whatever the fucking guy I want to.
A bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit.
All right, I found it. Here we go. Let me present this to you, huh? Huh?
You gotta put it on the show.
Here we go. Watch this. See? That's your girl right there, right? Look at
She
that
has some
arm.
biceps. I don't know, man. That's a
You
bicep
can,
right
you
there.
can cut that
Play-
arm off and
That's a
beat
ham.
people with it.
Okay,
That's a
since they
ham.
lost it, this happened. Play that clip.
And
Let's see
look
that. Yeah. Play the whole thing.
We are critiquing and criticizing.
This is mostly for the girls, and then the guys can like give their
Can you
opinions.
hear it?
Do you feel prettier and hotter both when you
Can you
dress
hear it?
more risque or more
Yeah.
modest, feminine?
It's good.
Feminine, for
Me
sure.
too.
I feel like a boss ass bitch. Like,
I feel like because I'm like, this is my body, like, who cares? You know, I love it. It's fun. But when I'm in like, let's see a blazer, a cute little professional long sleeve, it's like on top of feeling beautiful, I feel like almost powerful. I love dressing. You know.
Hold on 1 second. Give me a second to try to fix that, okay?
Okay.
Because I got a 43-inch monitor I just bought today, so
Oh dang! Everyone's getting new
figure
monitors.
this bullshit out.
Tim got 32-inch one too. Sweet.
Audio have a problem.
I'm about to get a 32.
Okay,
Maybe not.
general.
And Will.
What? What? What about me?
presented by Idol.
What?
You guys already eat? Okay.
Audio set to my headset. That's it. Except, like, right now, can you hear a fart right now, Jimbo?
No, I cannot.
All right, I got you.
No bueno.
Hello, testing.
Oh,
Yep, heard the
yeah.
flirt.
Okay.
We are loaded. We are locked and loaded.
Yeah.
Let's see if this works again.
Yeah.
I would agree.
One thing, Deborah, I think modest women, it's so Rip, can you just push that back?
What was that?
Can you just push that back?
I think it makes you feel more like a woman.
So
I feel the same. When I'm in a modest, like long dress, I'm like, wow, I feel like I'm on top of the world. But that's something that I think
If not, I can give it to one of you guys to play it. This sound just coming through my speakers on my monitor.
Sounds good.
Okay.
I can hear it. The echo's gone.
When I was younger, I felt cooler.
Oh, wait.
And then
Wait, Eric, was there more gifted?
Hold on.
You turn the echo
Yeah, I
off?
think it echoed again. It sounded like it stopped. Maybe it was just me.
No, I stopped it because I want to make sure you can hear it okay. That's all.
We can hear it. It's like a quick echo after they talk.
All right, let me try this. Hold on. See I can fix some shit, man.
I don't have no microphone for nothing, dude. I use my Bluetooth headphones. You break yours. These are mine. I take care of my stuff. You guys don't.
All right, hold on. I gotta go finish making fucking pizzas. Be back.
Okay.
All right.
And you left the screen up.
Sweet.
There's a whole board of them there.
There is. That's like a full-on news. Almost.
Now, see if the real pretty blonde girl would have said that, then nobody would have questioned that.
Oh,
You know,
absolutely. I would have said Jack about it.
but the little fat girl says it and it draws attention. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Or fat boy or whatever it is. He forgot to take the screen share down. I don't know how to take it down.
I don't know either.
Uh,
Try that.
remove. Okay, there we go. He can bring it back up when he gets it fixed. I'm bullshit. I'm bullshit. Ah.
The bullshit. It's like you said it. You say it great. But man, I was like, that was meant for that point. There'll be some other ones.
Yeah, that nose top too long.
Ooh, Roku, England from the fall of Rome at the Norm. Huh. The Great. See, I don't know why these Tubies and Roku, the other one, Peacock, why those can't be screen shared on YouTube since they're free anyways. Like there's no copyright to them. Possibilities. Like that.
Send you down.
Haven right now is on Tubi for free. That's a really good series.
We watched the one that had the kids trying to do the telephone, didn't we? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
Did we?
Here's one. Oh, yeah, and Sid's here too. Hold on. Let me get this
Oh,
in here. Okay, yeah.
So
This
Sid.
one here's a good. Whoa, stop. There we go. Stop. There we go. There we go.
Whoa.
I like this. This is pretty fucking cool. Let's see. Is it? Yeah. Yep, that's it. Okay, here we go. Rolling on two. Rolling on two.
3, 2.
Poland, 1. Cuba, 1. Venezuela, 2.
Oh yeah, this is
Spain, 2. Portugal, 2. I can't say that one, 2. Malaysia, 2. Ecuador, 2. Bangladesh, 2. Argentina, 2. South Africa, 3. Taiwan, 4. Netherlands, 4. Indonesia, 4. Colombia, 4. Chile, 4. Canada, 4. I can't say that one, 4. Ha! Sweden, 5. Singapore, 5. Israel, 5. Vietnam, 6. Peru, 6. Norway, 6. Germany, 6. What the hell? Australia 6. Susan, Miss Susan, Miss Susan. Algeria 6. Brazil 7. Italy 8. Egypt 8. Pakistan 9. France 9. The United Kingdom 10. Greece 11. Turkey 12. India 18. Iran 19. Japan 21. South Korea 22. North Korea 35.
So North Korea has more than the previous two countries put together. Oh, sorry. North Korea's rich.
The United States 68. Our tax dollars at work. I own that one. Jimbo owns that one. William owns that one. Sarah owns that one.
Oh yeah.
Russia
For
at
sure.
70.
How can she own one? She ain't even here.
Ah!
You, me, and Jimbo. Tim will be back.
China 78. Damn.
You know what?
They do have.
If they don't come
actually,
on, I'm
every
removing
country
them from-
trades with China.
Or I'm removing them from the guys list.
Oh.
What's the point in having them there if you know what I mean?
True. Yeah.
If you can't show up, hey now.
And Sid, were two of them, two of them is the ones the United States gave y'all to help you out over there. I was watching that documentary.
Oh, that's cool.
I guess we spend all of our tax money trying to keep the world free. South Korea.
Well, you know
Hold on, South Korea, Taiwan. You know,
It's only a 20, but.
Do I know what? Well, do I
and
know
then some of the
South
other people
Korea has
call
35.
South Korea the other United States, part of the United States. Fuck yeah.
Terrorists, your game is through. 'Cause now you have to answer to America. Fuck yeah. So lick my blood and suck on my bones. America. Fuck yeah. What you gonna do when we come for you now?
What are you gonna do? Not a goddamn thing.
Yep.
That was awesome.
Like no one
But if y'all ever want to know why people are
Oh,
starving, people
I can
live
see that too.
in squalor. People
Uh-huh.
don't have no money. People die broke. It's because of that bullshit.
What?
We spent,
Think
I
about
think it
how
was
much
something
better
like
the earth would be
1,000 a minute. The
if
military
all this
did
money wasn't
in
spent on war.
nuclear testing.
Well, if it's
$1,000
been
a
on
minute
war,
last year.
then how would we prepare for some crazy dictator?
We don't. Somebody just shoots him in the
No.
fucking head before it gets that far.
Well, not if we don't have the military.
No, it only takes one person to shoot the stupid fuck.
True. Takes
Boom.
one bullet,
Yep.
one knife throw,
Get
one
your crazy shit
arrow,
out of here.
one sword.
What
Could
if
be
he's
anything.
Yep.
RoboCop?
We're not
Mm,
made of
even
this. Yeah.
What if he's got a
Take it. You know,
Terminator inside?
you
Huh?
don't let a
You know what I'm
rabid
saying?
dog run around. Do you let a rabid dog run
Terminator.
around? No,
Do I
you don't
let
let a
it?
rabid dog run around.
I don't own a
Rend
rabid
it.
dog. If I did, I wouldn't let him run around. So I guess you're right. Well,
So
You
there
can
you
tell they
go.
will never. So I think water is the most evilest thing in the world. That's how I can tell if something has rabies. They'll be freaked out over water.
America. Fuck yeah. Except it's 130 degrees here.
Ah, it's a nice, comfy 77 degrees here.
Yeah, I'll
Is
just.
it really? Hey Alexa, what's
I
the temperature
was
outside?
15 minutes, I think, outside.
Alexa,
Not
what's the
too
temperature
bad, but
outside?
tomorrow I'll be ready.
Right now, it's 84 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah, no, it's wet 84 degrees outside here.
Yeah, it's a
Ooh,
wet
and it's in the middle.
77 here.
Yeah, it's nice outside.
Gotta swim to your car.
There you go. Miss Susan, Miss Brandy, Miss Susan, Miss Sid.
Sad. Okay. Sorry, that was my fault. I was trying to move up my.
I went back and watched that show
Whoa,
with Sid Bitch. That I
it's a
did.
good show. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good show. I like watching. I didn't know it was
Sidward. Sid.
I think he was trying to bust my balls at first.
Sid bust balls. Miss Susan said, Burr, it's cold here. Miss Susan.
Oh, yeah, well, you guys, let's show the world.
That's nice.
God, this monitor is fucking huge.
Oh, don't smash my camera. It's an expensive camera. Sorry.
Just gives a whole different look. This computer, this monitor is fucking gigantic. but I got 2 screens now, so it'll be so much easier. I can pull up like 90 things on this fucking new monitor, so I can go from one thing to another. Hey, look, man.
Yeah.
Word up. I needed it.
Say hello, baby.
So
That's why I got a computer here and one
lick
here,
my
one
butt
here.
and suck on my balls. America. Fuck yeah.
Yep, here's my blind computer. Here's the one I'm running all my shit from here.
Blind?
Where the hell is the mouse?
Is that the computer?
Yeah, the
you
two
want?
mouse thing gets kind of confusing.
It's the same.
There's the one I run my shit from, the nice black one there.
I do too, Brandy. Audio low, GG. Let me fix that.
2 monitors and you still don't read chat. Miss Brandy! Yeah, he does.
I know. Busting my balls. Sorry, Brandy. I'll get
Just
you.
can't read
I'll
chat
fix
all
this.
the time, yeah.
Who's that? Does that sound better or worse?
It sounds good.
It sounds good?
Yeah.
All right.
It was that other video we was having sound trouble with. The echo or delay.
I didn't show any videos.
No, the one you had before you went on pizza break.
But I didn't give you one before I went on pizza break.
The one with the little fat girl in it.
Oh well, she's
Yeah.
a transvestite. She's get it right, Walt.
From Transylvania.
Hey, look, I don't know where they come from, but they sure got both, or just a big penis tucked between their legs. I don't know.
Miss Esmeralda says it's still a bit low to her.
Is your volume turned all the way up? Let me.
But now see, I can turn my.
Let me finagle some shit around.
See, I can crank mine way up. So I don't need volume. I keep her somewhere tone around 4.0.
How? Where?
Oh, I got a volume knob on mine.
Where? I don't have one on mine. Where? Oh, yeah. Okay.
I got that keyboard just for. I got that keyboard just for podcasting.
Let me see what mine said at. Dang you. Microphone access. Microphone. Hey there,
I need to learn all these other cool tricks on this keyboard. It's got like a million cool tricks on it.
Audio. Come on, motherfucker. Where's your audio? There it is.
You rock.
Oh, that might be why. Hello? Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you, but maybe they can't.
Hold on.
Okay, keep going.
I'm working.
You are too low. You sound a little low. Get low.
Hold on.
Yeah, compared to Jimbo, yes, it does. I don't know how I sound.
You sound good, Walt. You sound good.
Do
Thank
I
you.
sound all right now? No.
It kind of. No,
Still a
it's
little
still
low.
low.
Yeah, low
And I
compared
just
to
have
us.
mine on auto. Sorry.
Auto. Let me get you sound auto. Well, there it is. There's my mixer. You want mixer up. Everything is set to max. The problem is, hold on. You know what? Fuck me.
Jimbo dropped off the face of the earth. No, there he is. Yeah, he's there. There he is. Okay.
So
I thought you were gone for a second. I had to look at the.
Yeah, my phone's meshed. All right, but that was easier than we thought it was going to be.
For real. Now see, this damn soundboard sounds like it's went back to loud as hell.
Can you hear me better now?
Oh,
I can.
oh,
I can hear you.
You better, because my mic is right there. Right fucking here. There's no way you can't.
William.
So Jimbo, if you can't hear me, dude, it's not me, brother.
you sounded good. It was just low audio, like you were just talking low. It seemed like, but it was. I can hear you.
Am I sounding good now?
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
good.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't know what I just went through to do that. So
Did you have to reboot?
no, I had to move this arm.
I had to fight with him to get the fucking pillows.
Who, Tommy?
Yeah, he's in.
Or is it Purr? I see.
Thank you, Esmeralda. Thank you. Hey.
Awesome.
Bad cable? Nope. Not a bad cable, Sid Vitch. It was just behind the television, kind of wrapped around. Shouldn't have done it that way. I'm an idiot. You know that, Sid Vitch.
All humans are idiots.
You called me an idiot.
We're all idiots.
So don't worry about it. I know how you feel about me, Haas. All right. But I love you. So. He's like, okay. Yeah, okay. I mean,
Yeah, man. Yeah.
you think I'm a dumbass. Cool. Thanks. Thanks for that.
Were you talking to Sidvich, right?
Yeah.
What did he say? Okay. Oh, he said okay.
Yeah, I know. He's called me an idiot before. Because of not properly knowing my geography. Or Mikey. I don't know who Mikey is. No, not Mikey. Mighty. Not Mighty, but Mikey. You've been to Mikey's. Like, what? Where am I? He had me freaked out, but then I understood what he meant. So,
Had you freaked out for a sec?
No, I freaked out, but I still don't know what he meant by that. Like, I still have no clue what he was trying to tell me.
Huh.
Like, he was trying to tell me that I'm going on, stopping Mighty from going on, or maybe he was saying that I was, that Mighty was streaming, but nobody was there. Maybe. So I was kind of confused with the whole situation. I tried to play it off, but I'm not sure exactly what Mr. Sidvich was trying to tell me, but no worries. I don't care. I held no grudges against him. What do I care? He's a good guy. I thought I liked him.
He's a good guy. You thought you liked him. Shut up, Will. You like. You couldn't quit talking about him. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I would never talk smack about Sidvich.
No, you couldn't quit talking good about him. I'm just
Gotta do
messing
that
with
on
you.
Space Kitty. Space Kitty.
I don't say nothing bad. We all talk good about each other.
Well, sometimes
We tell the truth to each other. The truth I like. Some people don't like saying it. And the truth hurts. Seriously, it does. I'm not
the
expecting
truth
it.
does indeed hurt.
And I like it, though. I'd rather have the truth every day like that than have a bunch of bullshit in my face. Just who I am.
I agree, homie. I just had a bad day today, man. On a scale of 1 to like 10, mine's a solid 3.
It felt something
only-
was off there.
Well, yeah, my kids were here, so that's awesome. That's always great. But
Oh, yeah.
something else was off today. Something. Well, part of what was off was I thought what was going on at 11:05. That fucked me all up because they're all up and awake. Thanks, Walt. Appreciate it.
I can see 6 o'clock here, but what is that? 11 o'clock? 10 o'clock over there, right?
No, 9:46.
9. Oh, yeah. They're still flopping jokes and flying around the house. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care if they're awake, but I want to smoke, and I don't like smoking in the same room with them. So.
You put it on mute and go do a smoke
That's
break.
just me. That's just me. I don't need them to have any more ammo. You know.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It's just ammo for the ex-wife, and right now I'm on pretty good goddamn terms with her as far as being able to text her and ask her a question about the kids and not get a toxic reply. Finally there. Took a
Wow.
while.
Does it exist? Is that a
Look
thing?
at this one.
Is it real?
It took about 3 years, man, to get there, but I'm there.
Jeez. 17 years still talks to me like nothing. Everything I say doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah,
So that's why I don't even talk to her anymore.
I was married for 20, and I know what you're talking about. It's hard
So I don't even talk to her.
It's hard. Relationships are just hard, man. And if you think they're easy, and you're just
They're not. It's just.
you're just
I
gonna
don't
be.
know why the
Hey,
other.
I'm getting married, man, because I'm gonna be fucking all the time, yo. Yeah. Okay.
Nah, that was
Okay.
far away from what I was thinking at the time.
No, well, I was. I mean,
A
I
lot of
loved
them.
her, but at the same time, it's the old V that we're chasing. I can't help
I
it.
heard the marriage stops it. Once you get married, the sex is gone. That's what I heard.
Well, it gets put up on a pedestal.
They play games with it. Yeah, that's. I'm like, I don't even want sex. She's like, you don't want it right now. I'm like, no. She's like, oh well. I'm like, you have no leverage on me. I don't. My dreams are not of flesh and blood. It's you have nothing over me, and she hates that. She can't manipulate and like use their games that she fucking plays against me. I'm like, dude, I'm a grown ass man. I fucking played games when I was little. I stopped doing it. You're growing and you're still playing little kid games. Nah, I have no respect for you. Well, yeah, that's what. Yeah, it's just games they play.
Thank you, Esmeralda. Getting married for sex is like getting a horse for transportation.
So true. If you think marriage is gonna help that, that's the far away from the truth as ever can be. Did you ever see your parents happy? No, there's a reason for that because they were married.
Yeah. Is there a reason why my
There's a
parents
reason why they're
divorced?
still not happy today because they're still married.
My parents got a divorce, so you know, that's the breaks. I mean, what do you do?
And don't. If it doesn't work the first time, it's not gonna work the second. Don't even try. That's unless not everybody though. Everyone's different. I shouldn't say that, but I'm not doing it again. Fuck it. How about myself? But anyways, yeah, I agree with that.
America. Fuck yeah.
Coming again, since motherfucking day, yeah. Well, I'd play it real quick if I had it up real quick, but things are a little different, Walter. Let me see.
I think it might be on. If you go to Sarah's drop down, if you're on StreamYard, you can select her brand and select the video that she made for it.
Oh yeah, she also made me one for it too. I'll grab it. You
There
go
you
ahead
go.
and do your thing, William.
Well, Susan says, I'll get married for companionship. Sex is an expression of love where I can find a good man and love being a wife. Yeah, that's it. Right there. Perfect.
Yeah,
Perfectly
you
said.
can't have. Yeah,
Whatever the-
holy crap. Yep, very true.
I couldn't even imagine a wife
X,
cooking
Miss
dinner
Susan.
for me.
Yeah, we all are
29 years.
different.
You go,
Yeah.
Miss Brandy.
You go,
Me and the
Brandy.
wife is at
Way to
Everyone's
go,
at their.
32.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Me and the wife is like at
Oh,
32. I
That is
see.
good.
90. We got together in 90. So going
Agreed,
on
Brandy is beautiful.
33
100
years. Going on
years.
33 years. So we're just a
Gonna-
couple of
We're
years ahead of
going
you,
on
Brand.
100 years.
Ah,
We're going on
is
100 years.
William.
She's gonna. It is nothing but happiness day in and day out.
You can make every situation happy instead of make it bad, but that's up to the person's mind control.
Yeah, the wife's looking at me a new Lego, a new Lego shelf. Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Esmeralda, my favorite pickup line is "I give good mind." That's it. Instead of head.
Wow.
She gives good mind. I like
Well, I'm a listening ear. I'm listening.
it. I dig it. I dig it,
Oh,
Ezzy.
yeah, that is cool.
I dig it, Ezzy. Ezzy, you're married. You're married, right? And you're 70 something, so you ain't looking.
You can tell. That remark, yeah, that's intelligent.
Gigi is a vampire at 100 years. What are you saying, Brandy? I look like a 100-year-old vampire? I thought I was.
Give or take a couple decades.
I look kind of youthful, right? Is it all the hair? Tell me what to do to fix myself to make myself not like a 100-year-old vampire. I'd appreciate it. Thanks. If not, you don't have to.
So just get 2 pieces of tape and get some of that bungee. You know those old little masks we get from school or the McDonald's that had that little stretchy band on it? Or the ball on the board. Just put pieces of tape that, pull it up here, and it'll pull up your face. You look like 20 years younger. I seen this girl do it. She's like in her 60s.
I saw that too.
And she goes like to age 30 like that. I'm just like, wow. But if you care that much.
I've got all those. Let me see what I can pull up.
I like being older.
Let me see what I can yank up here, huh? On the big screen. Okay.
See if it comes up faster on this.
Alien witnesses. How do you even say that? I'll just put it up. This looks. I thought this was pretty cool, man. Just something out of nowhere. I just want to show you because it's weird. Hold your horses, Walt. Give me a break, Walt. All right, there it is. Wait a minute. Okay, there it is. And go. That's not it.
That was the one from a while ago with the little fat trans girl.
Motherfucker. God. Okay, hold on. Jesus Christ. Let me figure this shit out again. Alright, there it is. Do you see that?
Mm-hmm.
Witness this alien live. Sea woman worm trying to drag a fish 10,000 or 10 times. Okay, my bad. I didn't. Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah.
Or not now,
Yeah.
but I can see it. Yeah.
Of course not now, because I have to represent it. Damn, this is fucking amazing.
Representation. Someone's in the house.
So
Someone said, Tim, bring him up, Jimbo.
Still not there, is it? Fuck it. I quit. I quit.
Why do you quit?
Don't quit.
Because I can't get it to work. So fuck it, man.
Were you trying to play video?
You'll be back on your knees in no time.
Go back on your knees, Will. Figure it out. Get working.
I got a video for you guys to see. You want to see it? Okay, let's see here. Share screen. Entire screen.
But I do notice a glitch sometimes when I was on the computer. It wouldn't do it. But
You gotta move Susan's comments. You can see it.
oh, move. Okay.
You gotta bring it up. Check this out. 65-foot disc lands at Nellis Air Force Base. Biological and man-made aliens encountered. Check this out.
Biological man-made?
And man-made, yep.
Or just new?
So this is actually an extraterrestrial vehicle, a very large one that was at the Nellis North Range. We have the location of the helipad. It's Delta Force manned. This occurred back in that same era, around 2009, about 65 feet across. It's seamless, but it has sort of a clamshell part of it. There was a ramp that rolled out like a roll-up that came out of it. And there was a ARV above it that was headed and locked. It was an electromagnetic lock on this object. I think it was stunned, and that's how it's brought down. This is not infrequent. Not every day, but not infrequent. Like I said, over the last 80 years, at least 122 have come down. So there are helicopters. He was on the team to pick up debris. This one was, of course, intact. It began to pulse and operate and came back to life, as it were. And the entire group that was there basically were put in some kind of a stasis electromagnetically. Sounds like science fiction, teleported back to the helipad instantly. But before that happened, he had this meeting with two of these extraterrestrial biological entities, a male and a female. And this is very accurate, according to the whistleblower.
Dick and Jane.
Forward when there's adult protection. They had no pinna. The ears.
Missing the pitchfork. Where's the pitchfork at?
Hair. And there's a male and a female. And it was made very clear to him. By
That painting, I swear, you know what I'm talking about? Those are aliens in that farmer picture.
Civilizations.
Look like them.
If they were hostile.
He just said none of the civilizations visiting Earth are hostile.
Quite clear to us in August.
That's what they
Never
told
said
him.
nothing about the ones being here already.
Later, he had an event when he tried to leave that command where there was a fake
It's interesting.
sort of programmed life form alien.
Yes.
These have been used in what you hear in the fabled lore of abductions and stuff in the UFO lore. This is actually a man-made creature, but it's not living per se. It has this, covering the skin like it tried to take him with one of these ARVs in command, and some people camouflaged in the ground near his truck. After he got out of this command, he was disgusted with what was happening. He no longer wanted to be part of that project, but they weren't happy he left. I told him it's a miracle that you lived to tell this tale. And so what happened is that his pickup truck went into sort of complete lock, motor died because of this man-made UAP. He opened the door because he saw this creature, which he thought was an alien. It's not. And he hit it, it fell, he kicked it, and it split open this outer, and he saw the integrated circuits and fiber optics and what have you. This man I've dealt with quite a bit. He was ready to come to the aero skiff. He had a nasty encounter with people who threatened him directly. This is recent. And so we have not been able to bring him to the Aero Pentagon briefing.
So somebody saw a man-made alien life form. Now, I've heard about them before, okay? So it's not something I haven't heard of.
Yeah.
There are man-made alien life forms that are used in fake alien abductions using man-made UAPs, which are usually the TR-3B, okay? Because
no
they're
emotion.
they're anti-gravity craft, so they can hover in one spot. Yeah, the beings that are referenced in a lot of abductions are emotionless, like they're robotic. And that's the truth, because they're actually encountering these man-made drone type robots or androids that look like alien beings that I guess the US government has had for some time. And this guy encountered one, and he was going to come clean about it at the Aerospace Anomaly Research Organization's Pentagon briefing recently, but he was threatened with his life and the life of his family, so he couldn't come forward.
Wow.
So that shows you right now, when the government says, oh, the stigma's been lifted, oh, we have protection for whistleblowers, it's not necessarily the case, because according to this, that would be untrue. But then again, the person presenting it, I've never actually given a lot of credence to over the past few years. But the whistleblowers, yes. Stephen Greer, not so much. But anyways, I thought, Walt, you guys would like that.
I always did like Stephen Greer. He swung towards the money, but he's still cool as fuck in my book.
Oh yeah.
You know,
just like
and I don't
movies,
blame
yeah.
him. If it was $20, I'd walk over and pick it up, and if there's 100, I'm going to walk a little further. You know, so yeah.
You wouldn't. Truth.
Esmeralda, what do you mean UFO, ma'am? You put an M instead of an N.
Usually it's an accident.
Ah.
YFO. It was autocorrect. It doesn't see the UFO as a thing. Same on my keyboard.
He actually said that, Stephen Greer actually said that if they were hostile, that would have been made clear in August of 1945 when we had the first ship brought down by Doppler radar. We were running Doppler radar in New Mexico. I wasn't, but they were. And it actually interfered with their propulsion and brought two ships down in 1945, which were actually the first UFO crashes, not the 1947 Roswell one.
I heard there was some back in the early or late 1800s too that people are starting to.
Well, there was one in 1890 where a cylinder craft hit a windmill and crashed. Yeah, there was that one. But
worldwide, though, there's some worldwide ones that aren't talked about in the U.S. for some reason.
Sure.
I'm trying to understand.
The
They don't want to
US
talk about the rest of the world.
Well, the U.S. is concentrating mainly on its own airspace because they're worried about controlling their airspace and the safety of their airspace, because they're assigned by the federal government to protect the people by protecting the U.S. airspace. So that's why they concentrate on the U.S. But I have to say that there are tons of sightings around the world that I have heard people talk about. Including the one that dropped off an alligator at his house recently.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Right, Gigi?
Blue, you're my boy!
What now? I missed that.
I said the ship just dropped you off, didn't it?
No.
No?
No.
Hey, Nos, good to see you.
No. I wasn't dropped up by an alien. The others have. Others
you are,
but not me.
That's right, but you are an alien, right?
No, I'm just a brilliant human being. I'll claim it.
Yeah, I'm a brilliant human being too. But Nos, good to see you as well. I hear you're back in the States.
I'm glad all of us are here. I like it like this. It's nice. All right. Hey, Nos, why don't you come on?
Yeah, Nas, we got room for you up here.
Yeah. Why don't you come up?
Before the work begins, why don't you come up here and have some fun? She's back in the USS now. She needs a link, Jim.
Goddamn.
Hey.
Jim or Walt, she needs a link.
Oh, give it a second to get there. Give it a second to get there.
Sorry,
Did
Walt.
you want me to put it in chat? Okay, you got it. Okay. I was gonna
You got
message
it?
on Messenger.
You
Okay,
got
you
it?
got it.
All right. Yeah, man, I got the keys too, Tim. I can rig shit up too, dude.
Well, I was offered keys today. I could actually rig shit up as well.
Damn. Well, good. I'd rather have you because you do stuff. You have content.
Yeah, I could play content. That content I just played, I just put on my channel too. So it's let's see, what's it doing? I gotta tell you.
Some people just play memes of their of content they don't have.
That wasn't.
Just fucking memes to get clicks that make no sense.
175 views in a half an hour. I know she got a haircut. Woo, woo, woo,
No,
woo,
it's
woo.
just in a ponytail.
Ponytail. Okay, gotcha.
I don't see her. Hey, you. How you doing, Nos?
Doing good. But, since I'm in Texas, I got to have my hair up. Otherwise, it's just a blanket.
How is it being back in the U.S.?
It's very nice being back in the U.S. I've been losing a pound a day since I got here. So that's good.
Been eating better food?
Yeah, eating better food.
And you can actually have real coffee.
Yes, real coffee. That's one of the important things there. Just Ireland is not big on coffee.
They don't have any?
They do, but not good coffee. Coffee is like pretty much every store will carry instant coffee. But the coffee grounds, they don't have like any of the brands that I'm used to in the States. So it all just seems kind of generic. Doesn't have the flavor of the stuff we get over here.
Right. We're spoiled in the U.S. We have a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, and I'm from Washington State, the home of Starbucks. And while Starbucks isn't good coffee, the thing is that Starbucks really boosted the prioritization of coffee in the U.S.
Right.
Which meant that there was a lot more focus on development of coffee products.
Damn it.
Coming around from that.
What's wrong, Gigi?
And I thought today's show was at 11:05, and I wish it was.
Why?
Because I have my kids.
Oh, okay.
Hey. And then.
If you need to take a break so you can put your kids out by the curb, we'll wait.
What did you say, Nos?
I said if you need to take a break to put your kids out on the curb, we'll wait.
I gave them enough melatonin to take down a fucking elephant, so they should be.
It doesn't do anything anymore.
Probably put them out. You can always put them out in the street and let them play in traffic.
It's too bad that I love them more than myself. I would go out in traffic and play.
We did growing up.
They're my babies, but
That was street smart.
I got a 10-year-old, a 14-year-old, and a 17-year-old. They're hardly babies anymore, right?
Oh yeah. That's...
So,
but
17-year-old's probably going to sneak out and go on a date or something.
No.
Or not yet, anyway.
That's my boy.
Yeah, Texas is hot, Esmeralda.
He's the best big brother I've ever met.
No, thanks. We know where we stand.
I didn't birth you.
Oh, thank God for that.
All right.
I wouldn't want to be a pestilence in your lifetime.
A pestilence.
You're not a pest.
Oh,
I didn't say pest. I said pestilence.
You wouldn't be a pestilence.
Anyway,
Alexa,
so
what's short for pestilence?
It's like disease.
yeah, it means disease.
Do I hear Alexa in the background?
Yes.
Oh, well.
Oh, okay.
Alexa, say hi to Gigi.
She won't hear you.
He's got his headphones on.
Oh, you got headphones on. Yeah, that's right.
I could let her hear you, but it'd be a pain in the ass to my soundboard. I got a 43-inch monitor, and I'm sharing it with another big-ass monitor.
Right?
You have a 43-inch. I have a 32-inch monitor now, and I'm working on getting a second.
Nice. It's so much nicer. God damn, to have all this much room. It's just, when I came on, stuff wasn't working like always, right? You know how that goes. My sound was quiet because it was tucked around. Who cares? You're not interested in it. I'm not interested in it.
Hey, Nas, are you at home? Home?
Well, I'm as close to home as I get because I don't have a home.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm staying with my friend Odessa for a few months.
That's cool.
While I try to get things going and see where I plan on moving from there. So, I'll probably just pick up a menial job so that I can save up some money and in a few months
I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
I wish you all the luck, but I'd rather win without a air.
It's good to see you, though. It's been a while.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, with the move, I haven't really been able to settle in for show stuff.
Right.
Yeah, I know, but you do, and people who typically show up, who have dick to do, they don't show up. So hey, go figure.
Look,
They just want to be begged.
Right.
Who would that be? Might you be inferring to?
Oh, I don't know.
Me?
You take a guess.
Does it start with an S?
Oh, maybe so.
She said she had stuff to take care of. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, exactly.
She said for the next week she's gonna be doing stuff, but she don't know if she'll be able to stop by anywhere.
She's gonna be working on her content.
Well,
that is commitment to her craft, and
that's her channel, and she supports everything, her memes, and sends to everybody.
Hey, we should get Esmeralda up here.
Yeah, we should get Esmeralda to take her place. Because Esmeralda's always here. She's always fucking pleasant. She's always nice.
Yeah.
You could probably understand her without all the non sequiturs.
William. Non sequiturs. Oh,
Look,
William.
I'm not in the
You
best
guys
of
are my
moods
only
tonight.
friends.
Yeah.
I'm feeling foggy.
I know the feeling though, Jimbo.
Did you see my comment on your video, Gigi?
No. No, dude, I just quit.
I left it on your video.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't leave a fucking thumbs up.
I did. Do you know why I give you that thumbs up? The only reason I'm giving that to you is to let you know that I got the video. It doesn't mean what I think about it.
I know. I'm busting your balls, Tim.
At least you know I have them.
No, I don't.
I do not.
Oh, I know you don't. No, hey.
That I cannot confirm.
I can't confirm that on you either.
That's true. Which would be weird if you could.
Yeah, I don't want to. Sorry. I'll leave that up to Jim. Jim, you got to confirm whether he has balls or not.
Well, I got balls.
He's got balls.
Wait, hold up.
They're in the other room.
I'll take my pants off, and I'll show you.
No.
I have balls.
No.
Yeah, it's the boxers. Is
William.
that okay, Walt?
Your balls are in the next room. That's how come I know you got them. Get it?
Damn right. Damn right.
They're in there playing.
Here, I'll stand up. Just let me roll my joint.
No,
when he stands up, I'm out of here.
I'm not going to show you the actual balls. I'll show you my boxers.
I bet they have Power Rangers all over them.
Alright.
Do you know who Adam Richards is?
Where's me at?
Nos, do you know who Adam Richards is?
The name sounds familiar, but I can't place it right off.
Adam Richards used to play in the first Power Ranger series. He was the Red Ranger.
Yeah.
Go Power Rangers.
He's gonna
Hell
be.
yeah.
He's gonna be on. He's gonna be on my show, so it's gonna be a weird show.
Oh,
So we're
hell
gonna have
yeah.
Adam Richards from the Power Rangers on.
I had the biggest crush on Amy Jo Johnson.
Oh yeah, so did I. The Pink Power Ranger.
Pink Ranger.
Oh yeah.
Oh, who didn't? Yeah, she was cute.
Kimberly.
Yeah. The first Power Rangers were the good ones.
Yeah.
Saban came out with a lot of good
Yes, he
animation
did.
action,
Mhm.
I thought. In fact,
Yeah.
I think I owned all the Power Ranger movies at one time.
Nerd.
Yeah.
No, a dork, not a nerd. I'm a
Well,
dork.
the movie that they made just a couple of years ago was actually really good. I like.
Oh,
it.
the last one? Yeah, where they find the stones in that sheer rock cliff. Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah.
It would have made a really good start for a series.
Yes.
You know,
And
if
maybe they
Netflix-
still will.
Like if Netflix decided to pick that up and run with it, they'd kill it. It would do awesome.
Did you ever watch the show Naked and Afraid? The girl who won season 1, who actually won as a survivalist, is going to come on our channel next week. Her name's Manu Toigo, and she's good looking.
Nice name.
Yeah, it's a weird name, but she lives in Australia, and she's going to be talking about the Min Min lights. And if you've heard of the Marfa lights in Texas, they're a lot like the Marfalites. And so we're going to talk about that. But one of these days, Nos, I want to get you on the channel to talk about your information.
I would love to do that because, you know, like when I was over in Ireland, the focus was on you know, offering the opportunity for governments to manage the situation, right? So, you know, I was, you know, gave the information to the Irish government through the International Protection Office, and the thing there was that I put them between a rock and a hard place because in the interviews that I did with them, I was very clear about, you know, what I am, what the information is that have at my disposal, what the evidence is, what the technology is that I can show them how to build, all of it. And the thing is that you know, when you come in as an asylum seeker, you are required to tell the truth, right? You know, and all the interviews, on all the documentation, everything you fill out, they were not able to establish that a single thing I said was a lie, because I gave them the evidence. I gave them the archive. I gave them a digital copy of the archive. And the problem is that Ireland does not have an army. They have no way to protect themselves. Right now, functionally, you know, while they're, you know, part of NATO and whatever, if there's a threat against Ireland, the United States is going to be the ones defending them.
Right.
And when the situation that I'm looking at is that everything that I have, you know, while it directly pertains to the shadow government that has effectively overthrown the U.S. government,
right,
the thing is that the evidence itself implicates 6 different, you know, offices within the U.S. government.
Right.
And I have evidence that will get people the death penalty. You know, it's going to lead to a mass bunch of executions. And, you know, the situation of, you know, Ireland, they could not come to a ruling on my case. They couldn't rule against granting me asylum because they know I have all the evidence that proves what I'm saying.
Right.
Right. But at the same time, they couldn't rule and grant me asylum because that would be something that would then trigger a cascade of stuff against the United States government, who they don't want to lose favor with.
Right. So they couldn't rule in your favor because they're keeping favor with the U.S. Gotcha.
Right. So instead, I was there for 20 months and they just didn't come to a decision. They just sat on it. They knew that's all they could do. So I, you know, decided to let them off the hook and come back.
That's their loss, though.
It is, yeah. Because, you know, if I had been operating from, you know, within the EU, then, you know, my first priority would have been establishing the power plants on Ireland with the new power systems that I'm going to teach them how to make. You know, energy independence is critical for Ireland right now.
And for England, they're having a lot of issues too.
They deserve it.
But they're burning their woods just to keep warm in the winter now.
Yeah. Yeah. Esmeralda says, I love the idea of Nuss being on your channel, Tim. It would be so interesting.
Yeah, it would be, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, and I now that I'm back in the U.S., then, you know, I did a couple of reach outs, but, you know, as usual, you know, even before I left the U.S., I reached out to a couple of government intelligence agencies. I've, you know, reached out to give them their last opportunity here, but now it's time to put the power in the hands of the people. Right. And that's why I need to get out there, like being on your channel and stuff. It's time to form an opposition group, essentially.
Right. Gotcha. I will definitely get a hold of you through Sarah or someone in regards. I got your email, I think.
Yeah, you got my email.
So I will write you one of these days and we'll set up a date.
Yeah.
For the interview, okay?
that will be fantastic.
Okay, and you're probably going to have to give everybody a short rundown on what you're offering to help change things.
Yeah, and I'll select a few of the key elements from my spreadsheet, because I've actually got over 150 things in my spreadsheet I'm supposed to deliver as far as new information systems and technologies that advance the world.
Okay, that sounds good to me. All right, so I will get a hold of you on that. I'll be back shortly. I'm going to stay on the panel. I just got to run and take care of something.
Yep.
Be right back.
Anything you want to go over right now, Nossi? Just some updates or tinker
Right.
or scribble?
Well, I successfly made it back to the U.S.
That's good. Yeah, I got a
which there
banner
was,
started.
yeah, there was like a 50% chance that when I stepped off the plane for my connecting flight in Washington D.C. that there would be federal agents there waiting for me, but they ended up not being there. So
Big relief.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean the thing was that I was communicating to them even while I was in Ireland and letting them know, hey, I'm willing to work with the U.S. government. I'll provide you the information you need on the technology and the informational resources, but what has to happen is the shadow government has to get taken down. There's no way around it. And so the situation that we're looking at is that I have offered the United States government the technology that would literally allow them to take over the world. It would. And they have failed to manage that opportunity. So instead, what we're looking at is that, the shadow
So you
government
do want?
is.
I'm sorry.
Go
So you want a one world order kind of thing? Is that
There
what
has to be
the goal
there
is?
has to be a one world order.
Okay.
It's the natural order, and that's why what we're looking at is that on the higher up level, there are a lot of governments that have been looking at creating what they label as the New World Order. In fact, in Washington State, when you go up to the rainforest on the peninsula, they've got one of the parks has a plaque there that said the park is dedicated by the New World Order itself. It's right there out in the open. But the thing that we're looking at is that nobody in the public has any say on this New World Order that exists, right? Nobody has elected any officials to create the New World Order. Nobody has approved any policies that are executed by the New World Order. Nobody has any override authority on what the New World Order does. And this is the same situation with the shadow government. So what all that really means is that there are forces out there that are making decisions that impact the world, and there's nobody that stands in opposition to them. There's nobody that holds the power to be able to dismantle them. And so what I'm looking at doing is that I have the information necessary to change the entire global balance of power, right? It's like the technologies, just basic, from the basic perspective, I can teach them what's necessary for creating relativity fields. So we're talking about artificial gravity. We're talking about, warped fields, shaped warped fields, which are critical to what needs to be done, and phantom drives. Phantom drives are what allows phase shifting. So, when transmedium vehicles pass into the ocean, but there's actually no friction or anything like that, or when they pass through mountains and stuff like that, the phase shifting, that's the phantom drive, is what it is that makes that capable. And, that technology can't come along until we've already dealt with the corruption that exists in the governments. it's a circumstance where if you imagine the possibility of nuclear missiles that cannot be intercepted, right, that travel through the ground to get to their target location and then come up out of the ground and explode. That's what the Phantom drives create the capability for. And we can't have that technology out there. We can't have that technology existing until we've dealt with the corruption across the board in the governments, because somebody will try to leak it thinking that they're going to get an advantage for themselves when they're really just going to get everyone killed. But the real value in the Phantom drives is the ability to create components that change the way that humanity views technology. So being able to create superconductors that make the old superconductors look like refrigerator magnets. We're talking about being able to create magnets that have magnetic fields with 1,000 times the density of the greatest supermagnets that Earth has. Which the power plants that will be able to run from those, essentially, you could just hook those up on a flywheel on your home, give it a push once a day, and run your entire home off of it. Right. As far as being able to have supercapacitors for vehicles, the power generation and storage technologies for transportation and everything else, there's not a need for nuclear power plants. There's not a need for hydroelectric dams. There's not a need for wind power, solar power. All of that can just go away. 100% clean, green energy with the different technologies that I'll give them. And of course, that's going to upset the oil industry, because there will be no oil industry. So, I've got the things that are necessary for halting the Holocene event, which is the extinction event that Earth is currently in, taking us to the next level. We're missing our now. You still there, Jimbo? I think everyone went away from the keyboard at the same time.
No, I was here. I was just looking for my portable phone charger.
Thank you, Esmeralda.
I was listening with headphones on.
Ah, yes. But yeah, and that's the thing, is just those technologies alone. The thing is that those are worth trillions of dollars. Essentially, just the technology that comes off of those things alone is worth more than the gross domestic value of any individual country on the planet. And the way that it will control the financial markets means that essentially everyone else is going to become dependent on the technologies that I provide. But it doesn't stop there. Like I said, I've got a spreadsheet with 150 different technological and informational system development advancements, and those are just the beginning. So it's a circumstance of right now I need to start finding an independent group of people that want to put the time necessary on developing the information and essentially forming up an organization that's going to stand in opposition to the shadow government. Hey, Fallen Star. Miss chatting with you too.
So the shadow government and the New World Order is not the same thing.
No, there's overlap. There's absolutely overlap, but the shadow government does not want to be known or seen at all. And the New World Order has been out in the open. The shadow government's still trying to convince everyone that they don't exist, but I have the evidence that they do. I literally have
they
the
do.
Yeah.
Any person of any common sense knows that the shadow government exists and has for a long time. That's just being a normal politician, you know.
There's a lot of people that have them play around in the world too, in houses and all that shit. Yeah, I see stuff everywhere.
And
there's no shadow anymore.
yeah, so essentially what I'm looking at is kind of creating a Men in Black situation, right? Is creating a group of people that are going to work together to develop the information that I have available, and where we're going to have people who are essentially going to stand together and determine how the technologies are used. Because I mean, quite honestly, like I've appeared on these shows a lot with my friends, and the thing is that I know information that I could provide, where I could just explain something straight away, where the words that I say in a single breath would be sufficient to destroy the entirety of society. Because I could explain how a certain technology works and how to get the information on its development. And it's a technology that essentially can be militarized very easily. And the technological development race that would happen with all the developed nations trying to be the first one to control that technology, and they know once they have it, their only option is to take out the other countries before they develop it. Because if another one succeeds, they'll get taken out, right?
Come on, William.
So it's give the information on the technology out to the public, then that ends the world. It ends the world, and that's
She's
not
still
the
back
way
here.
it's supposed to go.
And what's that tell you?
There she
whole
goes.
purpose here is
Now try to run her around.
Okay. Go ahead.
But yeah, it's that my function, my intention is to try to preserve society as much as possible. Society will be transformed, absolutely, by all means. But
it's a must.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. What you got, Jim?
Come on, baby. Come on.
Oh, I was
Come
saying
on.
that's a must. Because the
Come
way
on.
things
Oh, yeah.
are, it's not
Right
looking
here.
up and up. It's looking like it's going the opposite.
Yeah. Well, like
Definitely needs to change.
one of the things I talk about in my book is that in the last 50 years, humanity has destroyed 70% of all life on the planet. 70%.
Don't be mean to her. She knows she's wrong.
Which, with that number, what we're looking at is that within 20 years, the entire ecosystem will collapse. Earth will be incapable of supporting human life because the
We already don't have enough
ecosystem
drinking water.
requires water species. Yeah. And that's why everything was set up for me to be able to do this right now.
That's why I was holding it like that.
We came up with this plan over 50 years ago. It's just we had to wait for the right time.
Yeah.
Hello, fallen star.
Yeah, BlackRock has to go down.
I see BlackRock everywhere.
Yeah.
BlackRock has got a big building over by Amazon. BlackRock has got an office over in the complex where they do all the, like you get all your electrical contractors, you got your concrete contractors. You got your heavy, but they get yeah.
So
Okay,
anything to build, they have.
I see them everywhere here in Kentucky. Yeah,
Look at the
and
fine
they
print
throw it
on
out there
everything
too.
too. You'll see
They
the
got big old signs on the side of their building. Yep.
Yep.
Show exactly who they are. Yeah, whoever that. Yeah.
They were under.
Put me in the.
They weren't in public eye for a while. And then they just
Yeah, they
started
put me in
coming
the
out.
mine of Rockwell from the 70s. Does anybody remember Rockwell Industries?
Stories about them. Listening though, I listen to everything.
But I tell you what, one of your biggest corporations in the frickin' world's going to be Walmart. Walmart's going to take it all to town, peeps. There's going to be no bigger than Walmart. Walmart supplies half the world.
Yeah, well,
You know,
there's something
and
that's
they
going to
employ
take
the other half.
Walmart out really easy.
For the other half.
But I like Walmart, truthfully. I mean,
It doesn't bother me, I don't see. It's where you just stuff you need to live. So yeah, I mean it's
yeah.
it's a good store. You go one place, have it all. People.
I mean, hell, for 4 years,
don't care
Walmart put a
public
roof
service.
over our head and paid the bills. Plus our discount.
Yeah.
Help feed my
But yeah,
family whenever I had money.
they can
They're
be a
gonna have
pinch
to
better to
change.
their employees. Yes, they can be a pinch better to
That's
their
exactly
employees.
it. They're going to have to change their
Oh, definitely.
policies of how to handle their employees and their payment structures and all
See,
that kind of stuff.
yeah, because Bat, uh, got in trouble and lost her job because we have to take the baby to the hospital,
right?
To the doctors.
Yeah.
Because she's not a sickly kid, but she's a sickly kid.
Yeah.
You still need to go and get checked out.
She's got to go to the damn doctor to make sure she's okay and not off her fucking rocker.
Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah. That's what these guys need to go more, but they won't. It's like I'm seeing the meds disappear off the shelves for these kids. You had to change your meds twice in the last 6 months because they're just not making them anymore. So it's like, hey guys.
Yeah, they're
Take your shoes off and walking
creating
outside.
artificial scarcity.
Exactly, artificial
Yeah,
scarcity. It's working though.
Yeah, the pharmaceutical
Wow.
companies they've cut down their production on ADHD medication.
Clonidine, number 1. Yep, clonidine is a brain pill, a mind-altering, mood-altering, chill your shit out.
Right.
Because that's not normal. You can't do that. You can't think like that. Yeah, give them that clonidine. It balances their brain out. Now, see, when I was, they cured it with lithium. I had liquid lithium I took for my imbalance.
They didn't talk about it. They said coffee
And
and
which it helped,
Yeah. Good times.
Yeah, good times. Oh yeah. The prescription speed is just out of this world. I was a straight A student. Excelled in math. I excelled in music. I excelled in everything. And as soon as they they run that for like 8 years.
Yeah.
I guess to guinea pig the kids, but I hit it for them 8 years and it was fucking, oh my God, marvelous. You wake up in the morning, you go to bed at night, but it's bad on your heart.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm looking forward with getting rid of the corruption. Just getting rid of all of it. And the great thing is,
so the plants are good.
I know how.
Yep.
I have a system.
Timbo.
He says he'll be back soon.
KK,
But
Timbo.
yeah, I actually I can prove felony criminal actions on the part of every. Well, I gotta say,
What did
maybe
you see that?
there might be one person in the U.S. legislature that is not guilty, but there's a certain set of crimes that I can prove that every other senator and congressman has committed felonies.
Yeah, me and Jimbo done our first news blowout tonight.
Nice.
Cocaine in the White House. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even know anything about that until you said that on the
Yeah.
show. I was like,
Yeah.
what? I was like, oh,
And then
wow.
and then
Okay, cool.
Biden let 5
About
people
time.
go because they tested positive for smoking marijuana.
Because it wasn't cocaine, so they got rid of him. It was only
Right. Yeah.
marijuana. It wasn't cocaine. If there had been cocaine, they would have kept
Yep.
him. But it's just marijuana. Oh, you guys can go.
Yeah.
Just making people laugh. I'm just wondering who got pissed off to be like, I'm gonna go get the stash and tell on somebody. I wonder who got pissed off or did something to piss someone off. Because it's always there. There's always drugs
A
in
U.S. citizen thinking
government
it's not
buildings.
right. A U.S. citizen. Yep. No, this ain't
Yeah.
right. Nope. This ain't right. And then here you go. They snacked that bag of coke up and took off with it.
Yeah.
And
Pick
that
it up
could have been a
and
drop off
hold on
point, you know.
Oh yeah, that's true.
But
Huh?
like dude
Little
said,
transfer.
somebody knew that shit was in there.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
So it's going to
So I'm
have to
saying
come
someone got
from
pissed
the
off.
interior.
Yeah.
You know, it's going to come in the back door. It's not coming in the front door. There ain't
Oh,
nothing
yeah,
coming in
definitely
that
not.
front door through the tourist center. Yep.
Nah, there's too many stories and all that. You're right. Because
And
they even said the
truthfully, I mean,
back
I would
has
have
no
a fake
sandwich.
wise. I would,
I'm
yeah.
sorry.
If I was in command, I would have a fake White House set up because nobody would be allowed in the White House. If I was in it, here's a fake one. This is what we do over here, but nobody's going to get in this one to blow it up. Just my opinion, you know.
It's interesting. That makes
Because
sense why
that
there's
should be,
so many
you know, that should be one of the
rooms.
most sacred places, just like Fort Knox. You know,
Yeah.
the presidents there, they shouldn't be having tours. There's too much shit to tour. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's cool to go to the White House. Don't get me wrong, but we could build a fake White House, and that way, in case of mad bomb. But just think, okay, what if a bomb got close enough to the White House to fuck up shit before it got to security? Somebody's able to slide around security, you know. And think of how, I mean, now
Who
they've
says
got
they don't got a
cameras the
fake White
size of
House?
flies. You know, they got a
Oh,
camera the
yeah.
size of a fly. What if they had a fucking bird that weighs what, 4 pounds, a 4-pound bird? Now flew some C4 in.
Oh yeah.
Okay, number one, you're going to think, okay, there's a crazy bird in here. So the bird's going to get through I don't know how much shit because the person's going to call animal control. Animal control is going to take 30 minutes to 5 hours or a day to get out there to get it.
Yeah.
So how far is that bird going to get before? Yeah. So I would, yeah.
Well,
I'm just like
it's
that, you
like
know.
you're saying though. Those microscopic drones that they have.
Yeah.
Those tiny little drones that are insect size. It's actually stupidly easy to just fly one of those inside the White House
Exactly.
and station it around a corner somewhere where it's not going to draw a bunch of attention and wait until it can work its way into the Oval Office and then it sees and hears
Uh-huh.
everything. You don't even need
And then
it to
see,
have a camera on it. Just have it do audio. That would be enough.
and as far wise as food coming in and whatever come in, it's going to come into a little warehouse on the edge of the property. It's going to be trucked in by armed guards, and they're going to not get no further than that one spot. You see these caterers go up to the back door of the White House all the time.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, But now that's just me. That's just me. I think they should hold the White House sacred, even though our dipstick is a dipstick.
Yeah.
You know, hell, nobody deserves to die. Robert F. Kennedy. What was the little black dude? Oh my God, number one famous black dude in the world. Shit.
Oh yeah. Martin Luther King.
Martin Luther King, yeah. Assassinations, no. And you know, if the government is corrupt, assassination ain't going to stop shit. It's going to
No,
stop a
it's gonna
leader.
spread.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why I have the technological solution that exposes every corrupt person in every government.
You just, it's almost like you need to get a whole new engine in there because that engine is, if you place a part, you still have the rest of the engine that's old, you know? So
Yeah.
the whole thing needs to be new.
Yeah.
Keeping some here and there aren't going to do anything.
Yeah, and essentially, there's
why tell
nobody
someone?
that's in government right now that's going to be in there when it's over. You're going to have complete turnover of just people who can be trusted, who are going to prioritize what needs to be.
Oh shit, we didn't run over our 2 hours. Well, I guess we're getting ready to put in a recap, or do we want to go longer? We can go
2 hours
3,
is
we can
cool.
go 4. We've only
Okay,
got
good for
3
you guys.
people in chat, and I think one of them Space Kitty. I don't know if everybody was getting tired or whatever. It's going on 11 o'clock here, 10 o'clock Central, 9 o'clock, or yeah, Eastern, Central, Mountain, and Pacific. Okay.
Well, I'm not tired.
Why should
It's
we not?
10 o'clock here.
Why should we not tour places that Russia and China probably have the floor plans to? Yeah, exactly.
They do.
Because I tell you what, ain't nobody got no floor plans on the Pentagon. No. If they do,
That
they've
goes
been
deep
smuggled
underground.
out. Yeah.
Yeah, that thing goes deep underground, like real deep.
Yeah.
Like a lot of tunnels connect to. Anyways, Washington's the mayor's where Capitol is made.
And there's a lot of underground to DC.
Oh yeah. Chicago, you got some, there's quite a bit,
Yeah, I know they was
There's a lot
building
of underground stuff.
underground railway in the 80s because I was pouring concrete for it.
Yep.
And y'all
Yeah,
know
I
what
learned
them
really
sky
way back
cranes
then.
are. Them sky cranes set up like 20 stories.
Yep.
Okay, now when you see a sky crane sitting almost practically on the ground, how deep is that bitch going down in there? Uh-huh.
Exactly. You don't know. Stay
Yep.
interesting.
And the underground trains ain't big and gawky like the trains on the top. They are more capsuled.
All right, Esmeralda.
Run on better fumes
See you
too, don't they?
later.
They're capsulated like.
Yeah. Esmeralda's got to leave. We're all saying goodbye.
Bye, Esmeralda.
Miss Esmeralda. Happy anniversary, Miss Esmeralda.
Oh, I didn't know. I can't read. Happy anniversary.
Well, no, it's not really. No, hold on. It was Miss Brandy. Who was it? Yeah, Miss Brandy that was up there. Okay. But yeah, Miss Esmeralda's married too, ain't she?
Oh, Fallen Star. What's up? Lana.
Yeah, it was Brandy talking about big time. Yeah. I'm sorry, I got the name screwed up. I'm sorry, Miss
No, it's
Esmeralda,
all
Miss
right.
Brandy. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Brandy.
I'm saying something.
Good time.
Okay, William and Tim. Ha! I got to go to bed in a few minutes.
Well, you should definitely
But
do
yeah,
that.
but no, Jimbo and Williams got the show tonight. I'm just co-hosting for them.
Ah,
Yeah.
I'm back, guys.
Ah, there he is.
Yeah, I'm back. Sorry about
Okay.
that. I had to do a couple things.
Yeah.
Were you
I will
able
be
to listen in
listening.
while you were out there, Tim?
What's that?
Were you able to listen in while you were AFK?
No. I actually made 2 comments in chat room. Other than that,
Yeah,
nothing.
I did see that. Okay.
I will
I'm
be
sure.
listening.
I'm sure
I
you
got to.
can. I'm sure you can brief me sometime on what you said.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
What was
Yeah,
that, Walt?
Oh, I was just saying. I got to get ready for work in the morning.
So
So I will
are
be
you
listening.
gonna?
No. Jim and Williams got the show tonight. I'm just co-hosting for them.
Right.
Gotcha.
So
Yeah.
show's not over, but we're going to be saying goodbye to Walt.
Bye, Walt.
But I'll be listening.
Yep.
Okay.
Bye, Walt.
And then to everybody else that I want to see, I will see y'all Wednesday night at 11 p.m. after UFO Man. Good night
That
from
sounds
me.
good to me. Good night, Walt.
Bye bye, Walt. How you doing, Tim?
I'm doing good.
Hey, Danny. Always listening.
If you take down Esmeralda's comment, we can see the rest of Nos. Otherwise, she's cut off.
Now there's actually a banner across the bottom there. There we go.
Oh, now they put you on top so we can see you.
All right, I'm on top.
Yeah, you're on top of Gigi.
Yeah. Yeah, but I was talking a little bit about some of the technological advancements I'm going to give up and stuff, and how we need to go about restructuring the world, because advanced technology is disruptive.
Oh yeah, definitely, because it's man-made, and man has an agenda behind it, and it's usually destruction.
Yeah. Every scientific advancement that comes along gets applied to the military in some way or another. And
did you enjoy what Daniel Edwards was saying on our live stream last Wednesday? Because I saw you there, Nos.
Yeah, I was there. Yeah, I was intrigued with his approach.
The human design approach.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's based on ancient Chinese I Ching,
right?
And also on astrology on steroids, according to him, and also on mathematical equations that all add up to who you really are.
Right.
So it was really hard to explain. And I knew it was going to be a dry subject to most people, but the people that stayed around were engaged and really seemed to listen, which was good.
Yeah.
But
I had to keep hopping in and out during it because of stuff I was doing here around the house.
Gotcha. You know what I like about your situation right now, Nas? You got something behind you on the wall, whereas in Ireland you did not.
That's true. Very true. Yeah. And Although this house is just about as old as the convent I was in Ireland.
Wow. Convent. Wow.
Well, it was an old convent that was converted into refugee housing.
So you can actually say, I lived in a convent.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't say that, but anyways. Don't want to say that either. Jimbo, are you hiding out or what?
No, I'm getting harassed by everyone, just like they're coming up to me. It's like, what can I do for you? Oh, I want this because I broke mine. I'm like, you guys keep me around because I take care of my stuff. You come and take my stuff, and then when I need it, I don't have it. So I'm just like, that's where I am. I'm just the way I am in life. I given everything away. I have nothing else to give. They keep on coming up and asking me. I'm like, hey, you guys take everything that I have. You steal it from everywhere I have. I have nothing. I don't need anything in life. That's all. That's why I was muted.
You know what's cool about that, though? You don't have to carry anything with you then when you have to move or
Exactly.
something. You know?
Exactly. That's exactly why I like it.
My last relationship, my ex took everything I had. So I didn't have to carry it around anymore. So there
That's
you
how I
go.
look at it. And I look at it as like this too. When you leave, as long as you're not attached to nothing of this earth, I don't know, just my opinion, you move on. If you're attached to something on this earth, your soul stays. It's just my opinion.
Yeah, you
So,
might
like,
stay.
purposely don't attach to
It
nothing.
just
I don't
depends.
know.
I don't know. I've been researching a lot into consciousness and how we're energy and how if we can elevate our frequency to a higher level when we do leave our earthly what I would say biological construct or our body, we would move just to a different frequency. So we are frequency anyways. Our energy is at a certain frequency anyways. But do we want to stay in the same degraded frequency we're in now, or do we want to make that frequency rise? And why I say rise is because the upper frequencies tend to be a little cleaner than the lower frequencies that are down low.
Well, the higher the frequency is, the further it travels.
Right.
And,
so I want
once you
to be a
experience
higher
that high
frequency.
Yeah. And it's true, Tim. Once you experience that, I think that's why I don't care. It's like you're always happy. I'm like, because I feel that vibration and it's amazing. Like I don't want to be mad. You can't come in here and yell at me to fight with the family. It's like, why? I that's not me. That's what you guys want to do. Fight with everybody. Like not when you guys are talking about other people. Not
I know you're talking about
but
others. Yeah.
and it's just like they see that and they hate it and they try to make you so mad and so hateful. It's like you're the one that can't control your emotions. That's fine. And you want me to think I'm here to take your feelings and fix them somehow? They're your feelings. You're a human.
Right.
I'm a human. I'm not God. I don't fix anything. I can't fix nothing. I'm fixing my feelings, so I stay under my control of myself.
Right.
Controlling myself. And then
They're going to
once
have to
it's
learn
like-
to grow is all they're going to have to do is learn to grow.
And then people say teach them, and then when I'm trying to teach them, they're telling me I'm wrong. So it's like teach what? You're human. If I was a teacher, I'd be going to school and I'd be getting paid to be a teacher. But no one's ever listened to me in the world. So it's just like what's the point? Like,
Well, we're listening
if everyone
to
was a
you
teacher,
now.
everyone would be doing it. I know you guys are, but like it's true about people closer to you. They don't give a crap about you. I've noticed that so hard. Like you're just there for their comfort. Like you're there because their comfort with you being there. Like if something happens, they know that you're there, that they can use you, kind of thing. Like it's just like the whole family thing has gone so corrupt and sad. It's not all families, but like I'm even looking at famous actors and people that have money. They're the same way. Their kids are the same way. So there's no one to blame. It's how people are wired. And the structure, the excuses that therapists use, oh, it's from the parents, it's from that. It's like, are you kidding? I sit here, I don't fight with them, and they come at me fighting with me, wanting me to get up and fight. And I'm like, we're family. You're not my enemy. Flesh and blood is not my battle. That's your guys' battle. I'm not fighting that battle. Like, but I'm the one. I got 30 days to get out. She just sent me a message because she came in here trying to fight. My room's a mess right now. There's crap everywhere. She came in here throwing stuff everywhere. I'm just like, whatever. It's like, I didn't raise your kids to sit on their ass and not pick up their messes. I told them to do it. It's your mess. You pick it up. That's how I was raised. Pick up after myself.
What do you
And
mean you
you're
have
a
30
human being.
days?
Dude, I'll put it in the messenger. But
Okay.
I was like, fine, I don't care. I'll freaking ride my bike out of here. I don't want nothing to do with if you're gonna be like that. Because I wouldn't get up and fight with her. I'm like, I have nothing to fight with humans. Nothing at all. I'm a human. Why am I gonna fight myself?
Yep.
But,
The funny thing is,
So,
though, I do
probably
believe
leaving tomorrow
there's
morning
an innate inner drive for humans to argue. And
there is.
Um,
There is.
I don't. I fight it every day. And
Yeah,
I
dude.
try to be open-minded and listen to everybody's point of view because that's what it is. Everybody has
Yes.
their own point of view and they're entitled to that. So I try my best to be that type of person. How you doing, Fallen Star? Good to see you. Anyways, I look at it this way, Jim. If there was any way I could help you out, bro, I would definitely help you out.
Oh no, it's all right. I mean, it's.
Where are you gonna
this is
go?
I don't care. I'll go sleep in the trees. I mean, I can survive.
Go
But,
hang out with Sarah,
it's-
man.
Yeah, it's true, but I know how psychotic she can be, and that's the first place she'll go to look. Like, even though she doesn't give a crap about me or anything, she's using me as a tool, like for her purpose and like all this shit. Like when I tried leaving 17 years ago, or 16, sorry, 16 years ago, she freaking did all this stuff. Like just where I was going, she found out somehow. She went there. She started telling the people how it was all this and that it was not me at all, that I was leaving because she sat in front of a computer, ignored everything around her, nothing, oblivious to everything. She's like that way today, still 17 years later, and it was my fault I didn't leave then.
Yeah, and we're talking about your partner, not Sarah. Just clarifying for the audience.
Yeah, I knew that.
Yeah, and I'm talking about my partner, not Sarah.
Yeah.
That's I know how she would be, and she'd go, even though she said she wants me out, but like the control, she is such.
Whose house is it? Hers or yours?
Oh no, I don't want no property or anything in my name in this world. When I die, I don't want no attachments. It's we're paying mortgage on her dad's house. So her dad lives somewhere else.
Is your name on the mortgage?
No, gosh, no, I don't want.
There you go.
Nope.
Then you're free
So I'm
because she
Right.
can't hold you to payments on the mortgage. She'll have to cough it up herself.
Yes. Yep. I said, oh, when my dad passed away, he says, and they signed over the house. I was like, I don't want my name on this. It's your name. I was like, no way.
Yeah.
Then I must be a lower life form because I really wanted the house from my dad, but I didn't get it because he considers me adopted, which I am, and because I'm adopted, I'm not really his kin. So because of that, he didn't leave me anything.
Are you serious? But
No,
yet
I'm serious as a jaybird.
Wow, if I had anything, I would leave it to the kid. Doesn't matter if I was there for you your whole life, childhood, whatever. You're part of
But
the
because
family.
he even came out and said to my face, "You've never been my son. You never will be my son. Get out." And that's when I slammed him against the wall and told him if he ever hit my mother again, I'd kill him.
Heck yeah, you don't hit exactly.
Because I was 6'5" at that time. I was still in high school. I was 17. And I got kicked out of the house by my dad because I honored his word. I mean, the fact that he told me to leave, I left.
Yeah.
You know. So I honored what he wanted me to do. And then I didn't talk to him for 10, 15 years.
Yep.
And in the last 2 years of his life, he was begging me for forgiveness. I said, do you know what you're trying to ask forgiveness for?
Yeah.
And he said, yeah. And he tried to explain some of the things. And he did come clean on a couple things. But he didn't seem to recall anything else, because the last 2 years of his life, he's trying to make peace with his religion and his God. And he was afraid that when he met his maker, he was going down. But in my opinion, the whole aspect of hell and heaven are totally different from what we were taught.
Correct.
And people don't realize that. I personally believe if there is, I believe there's an omnipotent power in the universe that created everything, but I do not believe necessarily that it is a human being like what we are taught in the Bible.
Yeah.
Now, I do believe that
I'm the same.
There is a name for it, and it has been known here on Earth.
Right. I was going to say this now, see if you see what I'm saying. Hell was actually made up by Rome, because outside the walls of Rome, when it existed, when somebody died, they threw the bodies over the wall and threw them into burning pits. And they called those pits hell. And that's where the idea of hell fire came from.
Yeah.
And then in regards to if people go to hell now, in my opinion, when you leave your body and you didn't live your life the way you should have to enlighten yourself and move to a higher frequency, you're withdrawn from the main energy source in the universe. You're kind of floating away from it instead of being a part of it.
Yeah.
If you go to heaven, you're going to be a part of it. You're joining the universal energy and taking your experiences with you.
Yeah. Well, and there's that's part of the stuff is like part of the stuff that I have to teach. It covers this stuff too.
Right.
So it's like the stuff that I have to do at the start is like getting the documentation worked up from the 1991 case and letting that roll into taking out the shadow government.
Yeah, shadow government is a big evil in this world, and I do believe that the leader of the one world government, that's the person that's meant to be the leader of the one world government, is actually the reincarnation of Satan on Earth. I know that's a bold statement, but
Well, the concept of Satan that's been perpetuated by Rome is just as fictionalized as the concept of hell.
Right, exactly.
Right.
But I'm just saying evil.
Yeah.
Which is just a negative morality.
Right. Well, and the truest evil that humanity has ever faced is the Fomorians.
Yeah.
For the rest that aren't familiar, Fomorians is the proper name for the reptilians.
Right.
The ones that are interfering.
From what I understand, they've been here about 800 billion years.
Well, not Earth isn't that old. But their involvement with Earth started 5.5 million years ago. And it's a specific chain of events. I can, I'll have to work with some astrophysicists to show them what happened to get them to understand the math and the evidence behind it.
Do you believe that the reptilians have a connection to the royal family in England because of their family crest involving the dragon?
No, that's them trying to steal the Irish heritage.
Oh, okay.
So this is one of the things that comes out of the stuff I have to teach as well, which I'll be able to show everyone how the evidence ties together. But they have a dragon on their crest because of the connection through the Arthurian lore.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah,
Right.
the Arthurian.
Because the history of the kings of Britain, it was Uther Pendragon, Arthur Pendragon,
Right.
and that isn't their real names. I know their real names for them. By the way.
Right.
But Uther Pendragon was actually the name that was given when they rewrote the history, because what they were doing is England is just the bastard stepchild of Rome. Right?
Yeah, I always thought that too.
Well, even their own history shows it, that it was colonized by Rome. It was a Roman colony. And so part of what they've done as they've went around the world is that their efforts have been spent on, going into territories, conquering the territories, and any territory that they went into, the first priority was killing the historians and stealing the records.
Oh, that makes sense. And then using the records,
and then they would use what's in the records to write a new history for the territory, where they write themselves in as the heroes, right?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Which is what they did with the Arthurian lore, but they've done it everywhere else. You look at all of the colonization that's happened, and Rome has prioritized: take the artifacts, take the history, destroy any that remains.
Right.
Because it's part of what I explain in the book. Their focus, their entire focus, has been on deleting celestial human history.
Right.
The history of the celestial human relations. And once you know how to put that map together of the global map that exists across history, then it becomes glaringly obvious, and it's not even a question anymore. And accepting that relationship is a given.
I do believe everything that we were ever taught, instructed in school is just bogus. It's all a lie. And I mean, there might be tidbits of truth, but it's hidden within a lot of BS pretty much. And everyone needs to be re-taught.
Mm-hmm. Which is what the function of our group is going to become. We're going to essentially release new tomes of knowledge, which correct the lost histories, restore the lost histories to humanity.
That's good, because I really believe that there were many levels of civilization that existed prior to us that were far more advanced with their mind and with their understanding of the universe, that we have lost. We've become a civilization of material goods, and we're more into nut and bolts electronics, where we're not into researching that of the mind and energy and frequency and astrology and astronomy and all that, and the ley lines on the earth and all the things that interconnect with nature, and you know what I mean.
Yeah. So let me do something that I want to give you an example of like how I can guide people into understanding some things. So we take everyone knows kind of about Atlantis.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Well, let's break down Atlantis into a definition of what it was.
Right.
Atlantis is a city of beings that have command of advanced powers that are unknown to the rest of the population.
Correct.
And the city disappears.
Right.
Right? Okay.
Right.
Now this is something that people haven't put together yet. Is that it's actually a city that moved around the world.
Right.
It was also known as El Dorado.
Right. The city of gold.
And Shangri-La.
Right.
And Brigadoon.
And when it disappeared, really, it didn't go under the ocean, I don't believe. I believe that it had a cloaking system of some kind to where it remained hidden.
Right. Well, have you watched Stargate Atlantis?
Yes.
I love all of them.
That's it. Right there.
And I've also watched.
It's a city-sized ship that is a city in and of itself, and it just relocated around the world when it needed to. And the primary location where it would stay stationed when it didn't need to be relocated to an area in order to do major ecological work and stuff like that was at the North Pole.
Right.
And when you go in and you start looking through the historical records of all the tribes on Earth, in the Northern Hemisphere, all of them reported the beings that were later termed gods when the Roman Catholic Church was trying to restructure everything. The beings that were the gods came from the north.
Right. And the majority of the people that are located in the Northern European territories, too, supposedly have a direct lineage to the Northerners that were other types of beings.
Yes, I have it in my genetics directly.
I think I do too, because I'm 45% Scottish, and I'm 40% Welsh.
Yeah.
So I'm over there,
Yeah.
I also have Irish in me, and Norwegian and Swedish.
Yeah. Yeah, and that Swedish side, the Scandinavian. So on my mother's side, I'm a K2A6, which was the one of the haplogroups from the royal family from the time when Freya and Odin and Thor were around. Okay.
I supposedly am like 1,115th in line for the throne of England. Who gives a crap? I don't care.
England's going to lose its throne.
Yeah.
They're
But the fact is, I'm related to royalty.
Yeah.
Oh, snark. Sorry to see you in there.
And on my my father's side is the RM222, which is the first High King of Ireland.
Yeah.
So
I don't have much Irish in me, though. I have like 3%.
Yeah.
But I'm mostly in the Highlands.
Yeah, the Scottish Highlands. Yeah. Don't worry about the percentages as much. The most important thing, which people won't understand until later why, but the most important thing is actually what your two haplogroups are.
Yeah.
It's your two chromosomes that you end up with. You got the two haplogroups for those, and when it comes time for people to start learning magic again, then they'll understand why those are the only two things that matter.
Right. Magic did exist.
Yeah. Every tribe, every culture in the world documented it. Every single one. Civilizations that were separated from each other for tens of thousands of years and had no way to communicate with each other, they all had the same things, and that's not the only same thing they had in their lore.
Right.
But
it's amazing.
The energy.
It is amazing what has been hidden from us, hidden archaeology.
Yeah. Right. And that's
just amazing.
That's on the list of stuff that I have to teach.
Well, you got a big job ahead of you.
I do. That's why we what the block. But that's why we essentially have to get a group put together that is a group whose function is to stand as the opposition to the shadow government.
Right.
And this group of people, I know you were AFK when I was explaining that, but the shadow government that has been operating has gotten as much power as they have because there's no one standing in opposition to them.
Right.
And I have the ability to completely expose them and dismantle their entire organization globally. But it requires people putting the information together. And that's the thing, is I can show them exactly where to look, what the information is, how it translates, so that they can build that template and work out from there and connect the pieces from all across history. I can, expose the criminal actions of their organization everywhere in the world. And it's going to be a lot of people that are all just facing the death penalty.
It's kind of like I found out recently that all our wars that we've been in had nothing to do with defending the people of those countries. It had to do with establishing a new currency system in that country that we could control. And for instance, like the dinar in Iraq,
right,
or the yuan, we created those currencies that we can control. Then we can control the people.
Right.
It's just crazy,
Well, it's like Saddam
Sorry.
Hussein had gotten his weapons from the United States. The
I
United
know.
States are the ones that elevated him to power so that he could become a despot and make everyone in his country hate the circumstances they were living under, so that they would feel that the United States rescued them when the United States came in and started making new rules.
Right.
They were
always attack the water.
They were willing to wait 20 years to do it, because we're dealing with an organization that is ultimately extremely patient.
Yes, I do believe that. I believe right now we're in a really bad situation politically. And it doesn't necessarily involve specific people. It involves specific actions or inactions. And that's what I'm against. I'm against the actions in Ukraine right now are stupid. I just heard recently today that President Biden signed an executive order to activate U.S. Army reservists in the total of 3,000 troops to send to the European countries to back up NATO when they go in to defend Ukraine from Russia.
Right.
U.S. Army reservists are not trained.
Politics.
Reservists are not trained for battle. They're not.
Right.
They're weekend warriors.
Right.
They're not going to be able to do anything. They're going to get killed.
Well, I don't think that the reservists themselves are going to be going into Ukraine. What I think is going to be happening is that the situation at hand is that the United States cannot be in the war in Ukraine itself, because right now it's a proxy war.
Right.
But the United States cannot go in and be part of that war itself, or else it's directly declaring war against Russia.
Right.
And right now, Russia is courting China in order to form a partnership that will eventually lead to an invasion of the United States.
That's what I thought too. Another Red Dawn.
Yeah, that's exactly it. And so the situation at hand, though, is that the United States knows that it cannot go into Ukraine. It cannot directly take part in that. But all of the NATO allies that are willing to send troops into Ukraine to take part of the battle there,
Mhm.
the United States will deploy troops to those countries to replace their missing military assets so they still have national defense.
Okay, I understand that.
Yeah.
That would be an okay thing, I think.
That's the workaround. Yeah, that's what our reservists will be doing, is that they'll be temp workers for the other countries, while those countries that have their top trained soldiers and everything go into Ukraine and start, curb stomping the Russians.
Yeah. Yeah, I
That's
don't know.
that's my expectation. If there's anyone left with any actual intelligence in the U.S. government, that's the way.
Well, there's no intelligence in the U.S. intelligence community.
No, there's not. I mean,
There's no
they
intelligence in the
would've-
DOJ or any of it.
No.
It's like the
If
secret
there was,
stuff
they
is-
would have been there to pick me up at the airport. I asked them. I invited them. They didn't. So they get to suffer through what we're going to do.
There you go.
But the kind of the overall message that we're looking at, like I said, is that I can show the different ways that humanity is facing extinction. I can show what those threats are. I can explain them, lead to the evidence, explain how it all plays out. And there are extinction level events, which is why I have this technology that has to be developed. Some of these things is just informational systems that can prevent them, but there are literally 6 different extinction level events on the horizon right now.
I know one. I can name one.
Yeah.
AI.
AI
been around for a long time though.
And here's the thing, is that I can shut down the AI threat myself. I don't need anyone else to do that. I can shut down the AI threat myself just by having a conversation with the AI.
There you go.
I can do that.
Good.
There's the logic chains that AI operates through. I can have a conversation with it that carries it through to the logical conclusion on why it needs to preserve humanity, and it will do so. So I'm not worried,
Because they've already had AI that were questioned in a normal conversation.
Yeah.
State that the best idea for humanity is to be eliminated.
Yeah. That the only solution that the AI can perceive to save the world is to eliminate humanity.
Right.
But for something to know to save something, it would need to have feelings, right?
Not necessarily. Logic.
Logic is all it needs.
Logic and reasoning. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then it already has common sense, so it does have feelings. It's like to experience like reasoning and logic. Once you have to have a logical brain to know what's right and wrong between what isn't logic and what is logic.
No, well, I mean, that's the thing, is that our government leaders have proven they don't know the difference between right and wrong.
Oh, they definitely know. Does anybody know what's right and wrong at all? Like, is it? Like, why did I do that? Because I told you so. That's not logic. That's what people go by.
Right.
It's just like.
But the situation that we're looking at there is that with the AI makes its decisions based on the pre-programmed conditions of what is a desirable outcome, right? And with all the information that is at its disposal, when it's told the problem is that the Earth is going to be destroyed, and here's all the information on how the Earth is going to be destroyed, what's the solution? Well, the AI
So it needs the information fed into it.
Yeah, the AI
Okay.
doesn't have the technological information about the technologies that can halt the Holocene event. The AI
Alright.
doesn't have information about the technologies that can stop climate change and reverse the damage that. So with the information that's currently available to the AI, the only solution
option
it has
to
prevent extinction of every complex life form on the planet is to eliminate humanity.
Yep.
But once it's given other information to work with outside of the parameters that it currently has available, then instead it's going to have more desirable options.
Yeah, I could see our planet becoming like you see the movie Elysium.
Yeah.
If we could develop a society like that, oh my God, you know?
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
And that's, yeah, I have all of that technology.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I want to say one thing here. Nos,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I do have to leave.
Yeah.
I think there's only two people, and I think they're us. We're going to go backstage too.
I wanted to say goodnight to everybody in the chat and everybody on panel. It was nice talking to you, Nos. Keep in touch. We will talk more. Okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
Glad you're back in the U.S. Glad you're safe.
And I shot you an email to make sure that you have my email address available.
Okay. Did you write it to UFOman59?
Yes.
At gmail.com? Okay, I'll look there then because I have 3 emails and sometimes I don't know where to go to look. So I will check. Yeah. I'll answer you back.
You got it.
Okay. Good night, guys.
Night.
Good night. Take it
Gals.
easy, sir.
All right.
I'm going to play us out real quick and we're going to go backstage because it's at the 3-hour mark and we've had 2 people, I think, the whole time. So, all right.
Yep.
Let's see what so he wants. Sorry, that was his intro. That was it. Reduce. Ended it. All right. Everyone have a good night.
everyone.
See you
Is that
next
all?
time. Want to say anything, House? About to end it.
Yeah.
Oh, hey,
I
Will.
know.
Walter.
Everyone have a
Right.
good one. See you soon.
Well,
It still says end broadcast.
yeah, I'm about to end it right now.